How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital.
That's difficult to answer.
is the end. There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? I'm burning in the stone. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone. What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the stone. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone. This is the final
James Lindsay is obsessed with lying to his audience. What crazy things can he get them to believe? He does it irresponsibly to pocket all that money from the mills for liberty. The left hates capitalism, but James won't admit it. He refuses to believe queer theory destabilizes normativity, gender binary, and the nuclear family. James blocks the truth, smears people who try to show him, creates an echo chamber for himself to reinforce his fantasy. He used to believe in something. What happened? Mills for liberty. Gnostic sex cult, building his own world. A Gnostic sex cult, running from reality. He's totally lost it. What can we do but mock him relentlessly? It's not a Gnostic sex cult, James. No, it's not. Stop lying to your audience. No, it's not. It's not a Gnostic change. Grep Mary Nardini tells us queer liberation means the annihilation of capitalism. Catch up, James. Whiteness means capitalism. Queer theory hates capitalism. Whiteness means capitalism. Queer theory hates capitalism. Whiteness means capitalism. It's all about capitalism. Everyone knows it's capitalism. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James. It's capitalism. Whoa. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James. It's capitalism. It's all about capitalism. Everyone knows it's capitalism. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James. It's capitalism. It's capitalism. To pocket all that money from the mills for liberty. The left hates capitalism, but James won't admit it. He refuses to believe queer theory stabilizes normativity, gender binary, and the nuclear family. But James blocks the truth, smears people who try to show him, creates an echo chamber for himself to reinforce his fantasy. To believe in something. stalk him relentlessly.
Carlin B sent $100. Merry Christmas, Nick. Grateful to have connected with you and the Grow Appers this year.
Carlin, Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a good one. The undefeated GOAT. Literally the GOAT. Who must go? Carlin B feuding with everybody. Who must go? Morgan Ariel versus Carlin B. Carlin B by a technical knockout. So W, yes, Merry Christmas. Glad to connect with you too. You've been very loyal. What a surprise, right? I mean, politics, it's a little strange like that. You wind up in these weird friendships.
Caesar sent
Unexpectedly.
$100.
What up, everyone? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I cannot believe this is the last day of 2024. What happened to this year? I had so many plans for this year. You know what happened to my year? Groypers and Nick Fuentes happened to my year. That's what happened to it. That's what happened to it. I was chugging along at like a clip. And then in May, my entire world got derailed by going to AFPAC. Nick Fuentes fucked everything up. But actually in a good way, I think, in some respects. In some respects. I'm definitely in a much different position at the end of the year than I was at the beginning of the year. And I really do think that 2025 is going to be pretty fucking great. And I think we're going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow on the stream, because we've got other things I want to do today. But like, I really do. I'm actually feeling really, really good about things. I'm feeling like I'm in a really good position with my content. I've got a really good plan for next year. There's so many different things we're going to be working on. And I'm basically part of an online gang now, apparently. Like, I'm not a groyper, but like, I'm part of an online gang of some sort, which is a weird feeling for me, to be honest about it. And ironically, a lot of the groypers have been really receptive to what I've been doing. A lot of the groypers come to the stream. They actually do listen. Believe it or not, they may not always show themselves in the chat, but I do know that they do actually listen, which is a new experience as well. I was so used to so many people on the right just like ignoring things and not wanting to actually learn things that it was just like it became kind of like second nature. And then the dissident right-wingers show up. And they actually start listening and they actually start learning stuff. And I know they're learning stuff because when I show up in their chats on their channel, they say things like whiteness means capitalism, and they understand the language, and they really, so yeah, we're very appreciative to our groyper friends, because we love it when people actually show up and listen. What a concept. What a concept. We got a couple super chats coming in. Hey guys, I really appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too, Renan. Thank you for the super chat. Milo says it's getting kind of drowned out with the rest of the Twitter drama, but Lindsay has totally destroyed his name and is now hated by almost all the conservative right. I know. That's like the best part of the fucking year. And I didn't even have to do anything. Not really. And we're going to talk about James just briefly today because he's still kicking and screaming about me. James is all upset about the stream I did yesterday. James's friends are all upset about the stream. I wasn't even talking about James yesterday. I don't know why they're so upset, but we'll talk about him just briefly. Happy New Year, Murphy's Pool! One of the OGs of the community. Thank you, Murphy's Pool. We appreciate you. Naruto, a true OG. Naruto's been in the community basically since I started it. We live in a weird timeline. Facebook and Instagram are about to start launching AI-generated profiles. Oh, great. More reason to not go on Facebook and Instagram, I think is what you're saying, Naruto. All the more reason. James was trending? What the fuck is James doing? Listen, I've been working today. I've been working on a website. I was working on finishing my Red Menace Collective website. Do you guys want to see how beautiful it looks? Do you guys want to see how beautiful my website looks? I'm building a whole bunch of new websites for projects that we're doing in the new year. Oh, you put it in the group chat? I didn't see it. I really haven't been paying attention because there's been a lot going on today, and I was trying to finish this website. But look, can we just talk about how great this website looks? Can we just talk about it? It looks so good. It's got free resources. It's got merch. Look at all my awesome merch. My Red Menace Collective merch. It's just a one-page website, but I'm using it as a landing page for stuff next year. And it's important to get the framework of these things done. And so that's actually what I've been working on. Doesn't it look fucking cool? I'm in love with this whole thing. I am in love with the Red Menace Collective. The Red Menace Collective is going to be a big part of our year this year. I'll tell you that right now. Because I'm in love with it. Sargon is continuing to destroy James. I don't even know what's going on with James. Let me look in the chat. Let me look in the chat. Or the group chat that we have. By the way, apparently it's not legal to use group chats to send stuff on Twitter anymore, according to Adrian Dittmann, which we're going to talk about today. So that's another thing. Happy New Year to you too, Nick. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're having a great time with your daughters. I know you went up to Canada for New Year's. I think that's great. Yep, we do have a penguin. We have a penguin shirt in the Red Menace Collective. And you know, the cool thing about this is it gives me the opportunity to do all sorts of just like cool designs. So of course we've got the Plague Doctor, which is kind of like the flagship design, which is just one of my favorite Plague Doctors that I made last year, so I had to use it for something. And then we've got the Crow, we've got the Penguin, and that's going to be a shout out to Trendlin. It's not something I would have done if Trendlin hadn't harangued me to within an inch of my sanity. We've got the Ram because I need an Ares Ram in there. We've got some cool propaganda that I'm making. We got all this Joseph McCarthy stuff that I'm making, and you can get all this stuff on merch in the Unwoke Art store. Hang on, let me show you. Unwokeart.com. Mother effers. Okay, Jupiter is going into Carlin's 10th house. Is it really? Is it really? Are you making that up? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Jupiter is going into my 10th house? Shit. I'm either going to expand in terms of audience or I'm going to expand in terms of weight. And I don't really need to put on any more weight. And so I got to start going back to the fucking gym. Jupiter means expansion, guys. Anything Jupiter. Actually, well, 10th house is public. So, it's my fucking year. It's my fucking year. I don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna, let's just assume, shall we? Let's just assume it means audience. Happy New Year, friends. The holidays have kept me busy, but I hope you're all doing well. We appreciate you, Nathaniel. Thank you for being a member of the channel for 5 months. Really do appreciate it. Guys, you can get all the new Red Menace Collective merch in the Unwoke Art Store, but you might want to wait till tomorrow because I'm going to be launching a sale, okay? We're going to be launching a New Year's sale in the store. So maybe don't buy it for the next, several hours, but if you like any of these designs, you are going to be able to get it on some merch coming up soon. And the reason I needed to build that website is, check this out. A lot of the merch, actually not that one, this one. Some of the merch has QR codes on it. So if you look at this, "Are you an anti-communist" t-shirt, it's got a giant fuck off QR code on the back. And so the reason I needed to launch this website was to give people a place to go. And now they have a place to go. How cool is that? So that's what I've been working on. And apparently, while I've been doing that, James has been trending on Twitter over God knows what. Let me just open up the group chat real quick. Let's see. Which one did you put it in, Reagan? Did you put it in the lounge or did you put it in the reply guy one? We got some cool stuff we're going to be doing today, guys. Oh, look at this. Also, Carlin was right, but I'm always right about everything. About everything. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. James Lindsay thinks it's positive he's trending. Well, let me show you. Before we get into our main show, let me show you this. So, I got to tell you, James Lindsay and his supporters are fucking morons. So you guys know how I did a stream yesterday? And we were basically reviewing, like, we're reviewing the Adrian Dittmann stuff because that's still a situation that I'm trying to analyze and wrap my head around. And so, of course, the psycho stalker known as Poetry Painter. Do I have Poetry Painter's real image anywhere handy? Hang on. Let me see. Do I have the psycho's image anywhere that's handy? I know I did at one point, but I don't really like looking at it, so at some point I may have just clicked off of it just for, posterity's sake, but maybe not. Hang on. Oh my god. My computer loads so fucking slow. Oh, we're gonna look at that. That'll be funny to look at, actually. My computer loads so fucking... I have so much stuff open on my desktop. You guys have no idea. Going back to that. Hang on. Well, I can't find her ugly picture, but essentially, Poetry Painter is this psychotic woman who has been stalking me for 4 years, and she weighs about 500 pounds and doesn't leave her house, and she's a shut-in, which is why she spends all the time on the internet stalking me and stuff like that. And yeah, you guys want to buy me a new computer? Well, you know what? It's not even, Renan, it's not even that I need a new computer. It's that it's that I have way too many things open at once. That's actually the problem. I have, you don't, if you saw how many clips I had open on my desktop, it would explain the entire situation. And I know this, and I just need to finish what I'm doing and not open any new stuff until I close down the stuff I already have open. This is not actually a computer issue. My computer is fine. It's an issue of me overworking my computer, and I know that. I really don't, though. I really don't. I don't. I have as much as you can buy in a single computer. It's that I'm doing too much. Anyway, so we've got Poetry Painter, who is a psycho that works with James Lindsay to stalk me and harass me. And it's one of those things where it's just so funny because they're literally posting my wins now. So look at this. On the stream yesterday, we were talking about Adrian Dittmann and how, like, I have taken on many people on the internet and slowly over the course of time have been not only proven right every single time, but have slowly driven those people insane in a Chinese water torture like experiment where I just drip, and then I do my thing, and slowly but surely people that I don't like on the internet or who I think are doing nefarious shit on the internet, slowly but surely, every single time that I start Chinese water torturing someone, drip, that person goes insane. And it might take a while. We were Chinese water torturing James for well over a year before James started going insane. And then all of a sudden, it all starts coming together. And I don't take 100% credit for the downfall of James Lindsay, but I do take some credit. That's a project we were working on for a long time. He was really pissed off. We were getting him in his live streams. We were getting him in his replies. We got him in several different ways. And the reason that we know that James is upset about this is, check this out. So Poetry Painter yesterday posted this article about me. And it said, as a community, led by me, have been working on driving him insane for over a year. W me? I got what I wanted? I won? James lost? James has now skewered his credibility, like for most people on the internet. James has completely stopped teaching about the left, which, isn't actually what I wanted. I just wanted James to tell the truth. I just wanted James to do an accurate analysis about the left. That's all I actually wanted. This didn't start out as like a mean-spirited thing. But if James is going to resist, and if James is going to spread all sorts of lies about me, says I have personality disorder, says I wanted to fuck him, was doing all this stuff, then at some point, I'm just going to keep turning up the volume and turning up the heat until he fucking loses his shit. Okay? So Poetry Painter writes this article saying, Carlin had this plan to drive James Lindsay insane. And I go, yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. W me. I won. He lost. And the reason we know this actually did bother James is James retweeted it. You can see here. This is on, oh fuck, I went back. I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Now we're gonna have to find it on James's timeline. So you can see here, James retweeted this article by Poetry Painter. So you know he's upset about it. And let's go in and see. Let's go in and see all the replies on this article. Let's go in. Do you guys want to read this article real quick? And then we're going to get into the Adrian Dittmann stuff because Laura Loomer stepped in it again last night. I don't know why Laura Loomer keeps doing this to herself. Happy almost New Year. Down with commies, down with globalist tech bros. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But like, you guys got to see this article because it's just like this article is the most hilarious fucking thing I've read all year. I'm actually glad that this is culminating my new year. The sun's already up on the New Year's down here. Happy New Year, comrades. Happy New Year, Bill. We appreciate you. Bill is in the not the land of Retardia of Australia. Bill doesn't belong in the land of Retardia. He is just in normal Australia. But we appreciate you, Bill. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me just read you guys this article real quick. You guys are going to love this. Look at this. So it starts off with a quote from me. We, as a community led by me, have been working on driving him insane for over a year. There it is. The statement of intent. It happens about 16 minutes and 30 seconds into this live stream. It is pretty surreal watching this stream. The first minutes of it are pure gaslighting about how she doesn't seek out conflict. But then eventually she gets around to admitting that she has become known for initiating conflict with people. I haven't been watching her streams because they are like last night around 10 when a skunk confronted a cat on our back patio and sprayed. It was outside, but it still managed to get into the house and force me to open the windows to get some air circulating. At the same time, I have people telling me that apparently I take up so much space in her head that she thinks that I am participating during her streams. I have never done so. Sure, Jill. Sure. Okay. Sure. And anytime she gets a chat that she thinks is me, she shows an old picture of me and tells everyone I weigh 500 pounds and cannot leave the house. True. That is actually the truth. I guess she also has a problem with the fact that I'm a housewife and don't have a job outside the home. Oh, an admonition, isn't it? I think that's pretty rich since she doesn't have a job outside the home either. Because I'm self-employed. And have been for over 10 years. Anyway, this stream's first minutes are just a treat for seeing someone gaslight and manipulate. We also have an example of Carlin's projection because she has been accusing people of trying to get her to an emotional state where she would end her life and alleging that they have coordinated to do so. Yeah, that did actually happen. This is not true, and I know that because eventually she accused me of being a part of the group. Yeah, she is a part of the group. Yep, she is. 100%. There is no group because I am part of no such group. Okay, Jill. Here, however, we have her admitting that she leads a group that was trying to drive James Lindsay insane. Look at this. That's actually a great picture of me, honestly. Folks, this isn't communicating. This isn't wanting a debate. This is admitting that you are the same vile abuser that you were in high school when you created a webpage to harass a male classmate. Yeah, that male classmate that was my next door neighbor that I'm still friends with to this day. Jill. She really does. Yeah, she really does. So she's the same person she always was, but now she's trying to be proud of it and turn it into some sort of achievement. Oh. And then we have the meme. She's just advertising my W's, guys. This 500-pound whale of a person who doesn't leave her house is just posting my W's over and over and over and over and over again. And she and James actually think they're winning. The hubris is stunning at the same time she's complaining that no one wants to give her a platform. No, I'm not. She's posting memes depicting of herself as literally death. The bit where she talks about how she once wanted to become a lawyer to defend free speech, and she says that everyone has to admit she would have made a great lawyer is amusing. It kind of sounds like Jill is watching my entire streams and just taking notes the entire time, doesn't it? I saw on Discord that Elon Musk tweeted about the possibility that Adrian Dittmann is him. Yeah, well, I don't believe Elon Musk on that one, Naruto, but thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Then she launches into a tirade because some groypers were banned from X and declares we have a new enemy. We do actually have a new enemy at the moment. Well, Carlin has been complaining about her Groyper buddies being banned. She has also been making posts accusing other people like James and George Santos of breaking X terms of service. George Santos did break X terms of service. He dehumanized an entire group of people. Because there is no consistency with Frau free speech here, and now she's posting the petition that the Groypers started to get their accounts reinstated. Oh boy, petition! That will work. From my understanding, that is a platform used by leftist social justice warriors. I'm permanently banned from change.org, by the way, so that's not actually my petition. I'm actually permanently banned from change.org. I got permanently banned when I started a petition to get AOC to resign from Congress, and it got 10,000 signatures in less than 24 hours. And as soon as it hit 10,000, change.org banned me and deleted my petition. And she goes on and on and on and on and on. Anyway, I don't really want to I don't want to spend any more time reading this. I just wanted to show you guys like how hilarious this entire situation is with this crazy person who thinks she's owning me and she thinks she's getting one good on me, but really she's just screaming into the ether and posting my W's on the internet, and then those W's are being retweeted by James Lindsay because he doesn't bother to read anything that's actually sent to him. He just retweets it. So, W me, I guess. Let's just look at some of the comments on here real quick. I just want to see. I'm honestly confused as to why everyone she touches doesn't just block her. That's a great question. I think they should all just block me and leave me alone. I think that would be great. It's easy to ignore this person and her drama. Yes, it is easy to ignore me. Everyone should just do it. Her targets change, but her behavior doesn't. Ah! No, this is James Lindsay's audience. No one wearing glasses like that has ever said anything important. Look at this. They actually accused me of writing a ransom note to James because someone else wrote a ransom note. So they're like, it's literally a cult. Because I'm trying to hide it, right? I'm trying to hide it, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to hide it. I'm being so covert. She's a cluster B. These people are so obsessed. It's crazy. We also got a shout out from Una. I haven't heard from Una in a while. Una was responding to Poetry Painter reposting my W meme. Check this out. Poetry Painter says, imagine being too clueless to know that you have defeated yourself. I've defeated myself? How have I defeated myself, girl? How? So seriously, Poetry Painter has no leg to stand on. Yeah, we harangued James, but there was never any harassment. We just wanted James to tell the truth. Apparently, people posting things you don't like on the internet means that you're harassing them according to these people. But look, Una chimes in. Imagine being so deluded into not seeing how she is destroying herself. She is wicked. There are reasons we tell stories about women who behave this way. It is so clear to me someone is using her as well. And she allows it. Who's using me? That's what I want to know. Una, who's using me? She's longing for mutually assured destruction. She has no way out. She's wicked, but there is someone even worse behind her. I despise what she does, but I pray this will end in a way that doesn't keep this stupid cycle going. Soon. It won't go on, but enough. Who do they think is controlling me? Exactly. Who is there? Like, who what? So not only have I successfully driven James Lindsay insane, I've driven everyone else insane as well. Just as like a byproduct, I never even interacted with this bitch. And she obviously has some very strong feelings about me. Yeah, who's they, Una? Who is they? Who the fuck are you talking about? Do you think it's Satan? I'm Alphaba now? Yeah, I control you with my boobs that I don't really ever show, except on occasion. Occasionally you get a little bit of cleavage, occasionally. I just don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't get it. But there's actually more important things to talk about. And actually, before we get into the Adrian Dittmann, Laura Loomer struggle session part 2, so in case you guys haven't heard today, there's actually been a new round of censorship on Twitter. So do you guys know how we've been talking about how the Groypers had the Elon Musk basically mass banned 15 Groypers and a gold check account that they had started that they gotten approved by Twitter and everything. They've mass banned all these accounts, and now Twitter is starting to demonetize really big blue check accounts that no longer have blue checks. So you have people like Jake Shields, who got his blue check taken away today. You have Myron Gaines, who is a faggot, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But he got his blue check taken away, but we don't like Myron. We have Stu Peters. Stu Peters apparently got his blue check taken away. I also don't like Stu Peters. I think he's an asshole. Suleiman got his blue check taken away. Dr. Lupus got her blue check taken away. These are people that have a combined like millions and millions and millions and millions of followers. And like I said, I don't actually like a lot of these people. I don't cavort with a lot of these people. Dr. Lupus is okay. I think she's kind of a sweet lady. Suleiman is, he's all right. Jake Shields is actually a nice guy. I've met him in person. I met him at AFPAC. He was a nice guy. Myron and Stu Peters, I really have no fucking use for. I think they're assholes and I don't really want to be around them. But I also don't think it's okay that Twitter is taking away blue check marks, is demonetizing people. They're not breaking the law. They're not breaking terms of service. They're just saying things that Elon Musk and Twitter doesn't like. And so we're ending the year on X by basically going back to the old ownership, because this is what they did. If someone said things they didn't like, they took away their blue check arbitrarily. They gave out blue check to their friends who they liked. Some people who say the right things, who follow the political narrative that Elon Musk wants you to follow, they're allowed to have a blue check. They're allowed to be monetized. They get boosted by the algorithm. If you're saying things Elon Musk doesn't like, you're suppressed by the algorithm. I mean, how is this any different than Twitter 1.0? How long will I have a blue check? I mean, listen, like I try to be pretty careful about what I post. And I really do try to take a more measured approach than I think a lot of these people do, in that, like, I don't hate people that are Jewish. I really don't. I actually don't care if people are Jewish. I'm not going to hate on people because of their skin color. I'm not going to hate on people because of their nationality. I think there are questions to be answered. I am against the H-1B visa program because I think it takes American jobs and it lowers wages and it increases all sorts of living expenses and stuff like that, because we're importing all these people to America that don't really need to be here because they're doing jobs that Americans could damn well do themselves. That doesn't have anything to do with me not liking people who are Indian. I don't really care if people are Indian. I just don't want immigrants coming in and taking American jobs when they don't need to. I think that's not a good idea for many, many reasons. But I do try to be more measured about what I post and stuff like that. But now I'm even thinking, am I going to get demonetized just for being friends with Nick Fuentes and the Groypers at some point? Am I going to get my account banned for being friends with these people, for interacting with these people? Because I do consider these people to be friends at this point. I mean, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I've actually been interacting and hanging out with Nick Fuentes and the Groypers for longer than I hung out with, like, the MAGA movement in 2020. Because I've been hanging around with them since, like, October 7th, on and off. We had a little break. We had a little break for several months, and then we got back together. But really, like, this has actually been one of the most consistent groups that I've hung around with. And it's actually been kind of a breath of fresh air, to be honest, because one of the reasons I like Nick Fuentes and the Groypers is not that I agree with everything that Nick says, which is stupid that I have to say that, but that's what I have to say every single time. It's not that I agree with everything that he says. It's that Nick is very smart. He's doing analysis that no one else is doing. The Groypers are motivated, they're focused, they're goal-oriented, they're funny as hell, and they actually work through things. You know, I mean, one of the things I really like about the Groypers is that if there's an opportunity to align on things, they genuinely do kind of like get over bullshit a lot quicker than other groups on the internet do. I've seen them do this consistently. They've done it consistently with me. I've also gotten over some of the things that they did to me that I didn't like very much. And you know, like it's about people like focusing in a forward like looking direction productively rather than continuing to engage in like just nonsense and infighting and stuff like that. I'm not saying infighting doesn't occur. It does occur. Sometimes more than you might think. But on the whole, the Groypers are actually one of the more functional groups that I've been around, and it's kind of a nice break. And I don't really want to lose my blue check mark, and I don't want to lose my monetization on Twitter. Not that I make a ton of money on Twitter, but I do make some. I make enough to pay for the monetization and all that stuff. I make enough to pay for the blue checks on like several accounts that I have blue checks on. Like, I don't want to lose that stuff just because of who I'm friends with, and it's pretty fucked up that I even have to be thinking about this. It's fucked up that I can't just express an opinion where I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for hatred. I'm not advocating against any group of people. I'm just saying I don't want to import Indian immigrants into the country to take American jobs. And I don't think that should be controversial. And I actually think that's the more accepted opinion on the right now than whatever Elon Musk is. But Elon Musk has completely thrown any free speech values out the window. And here we are. And here we are. So we are ending the year with censorship on Twitter. Again, new boss, same as the old boss. And we probably shouldn't have expected any differently, to be honest. And I really do hope that people put a lot of pressure on Elon Musk to reverse course on this, because this is exactly what started the fucking problem with Twitter 1.0 in the first place. They're using exactly the same tactics that they used before. I don't know why people can't see this. But of course, because it involves Nick Fuentes and the Groypers, and it involves controversial accounts that are not in favor of Israel, well, no one's going to speak up and defend it because those are the bad people. Those are the bad people. We only want free speech for people that we agree with. We only want to keep our accounts safe. I don't like Myron Gaines at all. But I'll stand up for Myron Gaines' right to not be censored on a platform that claims to be about free speech. I don't like Stu Peters at all. I think Stu Peters is an incredibly toxic person. But Stu Peters should be able to say what he wants to say on a platform that claims to be about free speech. Do you know what I do with Myron and Stu Peters and everyone else I don't like? I block them and I ignore them. And I stay out of their way and hope that they stay the fuck out of mine. That's how that actually should be handled. If someone says something that you don't like or is a person that you don't want to interact with, guess what, guys? There are a million other people in the world that you can interact with. You know, people give me a lot of shit. They say, you just go around from group to group to group to group to group, and you just leave people and then you go find a new group. Well, yeah. You want to know why? Because when a group of people shits the bed and they just turn into these fake clout chasing fame whores, I don't want to be a part of that. And I would rather leave that group and go find another group of people that I can be friends with, or just hang out by myself. I don't need to be around a group of people. I'm an introvert. I'm perfectly fine banging away at my own stuff and talking to my own audience. I don't need to be friends with everyone on the internet. But if one group of people or one person is quite frankly turning into something I don't want to be around, I have no obligation to continue to be around there. I'll go find another group of people. I think that people are so afraid of being alone and they're so afraid of being the odd man out that they forget there are literally billions of people in the world, guys. There are billions of people in the world. There are millions of people that you have access to on the internet. If you don't like someone or you don't like a group of people, if they don't make you feel good, if they're not adding to your experience, then just leave and go find other people. And there's no shame in that. So I don't know why that's just not the answer. Well, no, I do know why that's not the answer with these people, because Elon Musk has a political narrative that he wants to use his platform to shill, and I think Elon Musk is being a little caught off guard that a lot of people disagree with him. Because Elon Musk has only been around the so-called conservative right, for a couple of months. Elon Musk doesn't know shit about shit. And listen, I went through this process too when I was red pilling. There was a time when I first got thrown into the political machine. I was in favor of individual liberties, free speech. That was what my concern was at that time. And I found out really, really quickly that I didn't know shit about the conservative right. Now, I've been around for about 5 years. I know who the players are. I know what the positions of these people are. I am years and years and years and years and years ahead of my red pill journey than Elon Musk is. Elon Musk did not know how much he did not know. And he's obviously in this game to try to curry political favor to get what he wants out of the situation. And because he didn't realize how much he didn't know, he didn't realize that not everyone was on his team. In fact, there are not that many people on the right that are on his team. And so now he's using his platform to shut down people who are driving the narrative against him. And it's gross and it's disgusting and it's not something that we should support, and we should all be speaking out against it, because this is bullshit, man. X was supposed to be a free speech platform. If you weren't breaking the law, you should have been able to say whatever the fuck you wanted. So why are they taking people's blue checks away? Why are they taking away their monetization? Because they disagree with the boss. That's not what I signed up for. I don't think it's what any of you signed up for as well. So one of the key players in this whole game, for some reason, is this account that no one knows about called Adrian Dittmann. Now, we've been talking about him a lot the past couple days because he's been engaging in struggle sessions and bullshit that have impacted my friends. And quite frankly, if Adrian Dittmann hadn't inserted himself with the Groypers, and if I didn't believe that Adrian Dittmann wasn't involved in getting the Groypers banned, I absolutely believe he was, I wouldn't give a fuck. It wouldn't matter to me at all. Now, a lot of people think that Adrian Dittmann is Elon Musk. I don't think Adrian Dittmann is Elon Musk, at least not full time. I think there's one of 3 possibilities for Adrian Dittmann. 1, he is Elon Musk, the alt account. That's theory number 1. Number 2, he is a sociopath that's obsessed with Elon Musk and just knows everything about him, knows his positions on everything, takes exactly the same side that Elon Musk takes on every possible position for the same reasons as Elon Musk, which is weird. So he's someone that could be a psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk. Or option 3, it could be some sort of AI thing that maybe maybe Elon Musk did Neuralink on himself and put it in his own head, and now it feeds into whatever this thing is. No. The only people who say this are people who haven't actually listened to this guy. This is an uneducated and uninformed opinion. I've been listening to this guy a lot now. This guy speaks exactly like Elon Musk. He has exactly the same intonation as Elon Musk. He knows Elon Musk's position on everything. He is obsessed with Elon Musk. He reads all these books about Elon Musk. Every time Elon Musk states a position on something, all of a sudden Adrian Dittmann has the same position on that thing. Every time, when Elon Musk has been having an emotional meltdown on Twitter over the last week or so, Adrian Dittmann had exactly the same emotional meltdown. Adrian Dittmann mysteriously gets very passionate about things that really he shouldn't be that passionate about. So I think this is either some sort of AI thing, or it could be someone who's psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk, or it could be Elon Musk himself. And let's be honest about it, guys. Elon Musk is the richest guy in the world. If Elon Musk wants to build an AI that he can turn on and off, maybe he has the AI doing a lot of the Twitter spaces. Maybe sometimes he does it himself. Maybe he has the AI running the account for the most part, but maybe sometimes he turns off the AI and he does it himself. Is that impossible? He's the richest man in the world. there are also these slip-ups. I agree with you. There are these slip-ups. Adrian Dittmann, I heard him say the other day, when I was doing more work with Tesla, or I heard him say, my good friend Saram. And there's also just a weird thing where a lot of people who work at Twitter, and we're going to hear this today, people who work at Twitter end up in Adrian's Twitter spaces. You know, I have a weird theory about this. Can you guys go down this road with me for a second? And then we're going to listen to the space that happened last night. How many people in the chat know HG Tutor? This is a weird theory. I'm just putting this out there. I'm not entirely sure I'm on board with this theory. 1 in the chat if you guys have listened to HG Tutor. 2 in the chat if you don't know who I'm talking about. Rottweiler says, I'm still convinced that it's either Musk's true self or someone using a voice modulator, AI bots. Rottweiler, stop saying that AI can't do this. 44, Rottweiler, you think the richest man in the world doesn't have access to technology that you don't have access to? Seriously? Because I'm sorry, because I do appreciate you, Rottweiler, but I've been hearing this excuse from a lot of people. AI can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this. Do you really think the richest man in the world, who is obsessed with technology, doesn't have access to things that you don't know about? We don't know what Elon Musk has access to. We have no fucking idea. We have no idea what he's cooking up in his spare time. So don't, can people stop saying this? Because it's just it's kind of like a retarded take, to be honest. You don't know what the richest man in the world has access to. You have no fucking idea. So I'm seeing a lot of 1s in the chat, a lot more 2s. So HG Tutor is a narcissistic psychopath. I'm not using that as a pejorative. I'll just bring up his channel real quick. Hang on. This has a point, and then we're going to listen to the struggle session that happened last night. But I want to put this out there just in case it comes out someday that I'm right about this. I don't know that it will. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure I'm on board with this theory, but I want to put it out there and posit it. So, HG Tutor is this guy that runs a YouTube channel called The Ultra. And the reason he calls it The Ultra is that HG Tutor is a diagnosed narcissistic psychopath, and he is aware of what he is, and he believes he is the ultra narcissist. He believes he is the greatest narcissist in the history of narcissists. And he has a lot of money, and he has a really big house that he lives in by himself, and he spends all his time writing books about narcissism and doing videos about narcissism, and I think he has a job of some sorts too. I don't really know much about that. He has other properties that he has, and I know that because I followed him pretty obsessively for a little while. The thing about HG Tutor is he has a really distinct voice, and he has a really distinct vibe. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, Adrian Dittmann reminds me of HG Tutor. It's not exactly the same, but I absolutely believe that there could be a voice modulator that makes enough of a difference just to have plausible deniability. And the reason I say that is this. HG Tutor used to actually do good content, and now all HG Tutor does. I actually stopped listening to HG Tutor a while ago. All he does is videos about Meghan Markle and how Meghan Markle's a narcissist and this and that and the other. Well, HG Tutor is not only British, HG Tutor has some South African in his accent. And so he's doing all this boring ass content. And so I was thinking about this last night, and I was like, this guy talks like a narcissist. I'm talking about Adrian Dittmann now. Adrian Dittmann talks like a narcissist. He has a very similar voice to HG Tutor. Like very similar type of accent, very similar type of intonation. It's not exactly the same, but if he's using some sort of voice modulator, it's close. He has exactly the same vibe as this guy does. Is it out of the realm of possibility that a diagnosed narcissistic psychopath would create an alter ego account because he's bored, because he's doing all this stupid Meghan Markle stuff, because that's the only thing that gets views on his channel is the Meghan Markle bullshit, and he's gotten bored with it because he's smart, and he's like, I wonder if I can create an alter ego account to help me get close to Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm probably way off base on that. It's probably not true. But is it out of the realm of possibility? Is it out of the realm? And then he puts on this pretense. He becomes so obsessed with figuring out all the things about Elon Musk. He's got all the details down, which is something a narcissist would do. He's got his cadre built out in terms of the co-hosts that he has on his spaces. It's a little creepy when you think about it. So I just want to put that out there, because if it someday turns out that I'm correct, I want credit for it. But I do think it's a crazy theory, and I want to acknowledge that too. It's a little bit of a crazy theory. I don't know who this Adrian Dittmann guy is. I actually really do hope that Adrian Dittmann is an AI, because I don't want Adrian Dittmann to be a human, because he's a fucking sociopath if he's a human. So, yeah, well, I think he does that, though. I think he does. You're right about that. HG couldn't resist dropping hints. I think he does that, though. So, I don't know. Just a crazy theory. Anyway, so the reason I bring up Adrian Dittmann is last night there was another effing Twitter space, and Laura Loomer came on it. And I actually haven't heard most of this space, because I had a community call last night. I was doing some other stuff last night. And so I did get the full recording of the full time that Laura Loomer was on the Twitter space. I did hear some of it. I did hear that Adrian Dittmann was trying to struggle session Laura Loomer again. There's also a really interesting point in this Twitter space where a woman that goes by B Press, there we go. Actually, let me just pull her up. Let me just pull her up. B Press 1. Is she still private? So at one point on the Twitter space, this woman gets on the Twitter space. This woman is the manager of threats at X. And actually, let me get something else up. I should have gotten this up earlier. I apologize. This woman is responsible for managing like threats on Twitter. And what's interesting about this is, I just have to find it on my feed. I should have done this earlier. I apologize. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope. What's interesting about this is that, I retweeted this last night. Just give me a second. This one. So what's interesting about this is, this woman said, "Who cares about Dick Fuentes? Let's move on." And apparently, she had other posts as well. Did I retweet Shaggy's post? Yes, here. Ex-employee Brittany deleted her tweets attacking Nick Fuentes and then privated her account. They were archived. At least 2 ex-employees directly went after Nick in the past week, yet Nick's docs stayed up for months until an assassination attempt. Did X conspire to dox and harass Nick Fuentes? So you can see here, Shag, and you can find the archives of these tweets. This is the woman that's in charge of managing threats at Twitter. Who cares about Dick Fuentes? Let's move on. Nick, so basically I showed an aptitude for clarinet in the 3rd grade, and then blah, 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 came 2016. I always thought that was Loomer, but this chick definitely wins the prize. So this person is in charge of like protecting people on Twitter, shit talking Nick Fuentes. She comes on this space at some point, and I heard a little bit of her last night, and she's really fucking annoying. Really annoying. So we're gonna listen to this space, and we're gonna hear what happened. And I don't really know what happened because I didn't hear most of it because I was doing other things, because I do actually have a life, regardless of what people think. Sometimes I do indeed have a life. All right, guys, so if you're ready to get into it, please mount the like button for me. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not already. I wish everyone a happy new year. I'm really glad you chose to spend a little bit of it with me. And before we get started, these are just screenshots on the video, so you're not going to hear, like, you're not going to see these change. This over here is a list of people who joined the space at some point, but the timestamps are not going to match up with the time on the stream because I basically just clipped out the part where Laura was on the stream. That looks better. And so this is just a screenshot just to have something up, but this is not going to be a live video. All I had was access to the audio. Okay, let's listen.
Hello, Laura.
Hey, how's it going?
What brings you by?
Oh, I wanted to listen to your conversation. You told me the other day you wanted me to participate in more conversations with you, so I joined yesterday too. Perhaps. Well, I just came by to check it out.
Nice.
Is that Jess? Jess! I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back.
Did you look into the book I recommended to you, Adrian?
No, I didn't have the time yet. I had some work-related things to deal with. There was a small production issue.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put it.
Let me know when you look into it or you read it.
You know what's annoying? You have like these components. It's a system that's designed to fail almost. That's what it feels like sometimes, because you have like these components where they're designed only for a small burst of electricity so that they change their state. And then if you leave the electricity on so that you can change their state back and forth, it burns the wires just because the electricity is there. And just that, I had to deal with one of those things. I'm like, who the fuck would put that in there? Absolutely annoying. By the way, Laura, I saw the, what was that guy's name again? I keep forgetting that guy's name. The guy who called Elon a non-American?
Who, Steve Bannon?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said they removed, you kind of repeated some of the lies you were saying earlier. Remember that?
No, I didn't repeat it. I said that I apologized and that there was a debate that took place about whether it was doxing. And even though I conceded and said, okay, I apologize, and I posted my apology, and I was sincere in my apology, he had asked me if my account was still if it was still unverified, and I said yes. So I said I thought that, being given the fact that I had acted in good faith, and I am sincerely sorry, and I apologized, and I meant what I said, and I answered everybody's questions. I figured that we'd be able to resolve this issue and put it behind us and move forward.
I gotta ask, Oda, you want to play the clip in question? Because I feel like it's probably an important context.
You can play it. I already said what I said. I already mentioned that I apologized. I wouldn't have apologized if I didn't mean what I said on the space the other night. And I'm getting attacked viciously for apologizing. There's people who have said they're unfollowing me and that they're never going to support me again because they think that I bent the knee.
Well, Laura did bend the knee. Now, I'm not going to unfollow Laura. I actually support Laura, but like, I don't think that people should be unfollowing Laura because she bent the knee. I think that Laura Loomer walked into a struggle session, and you oftentimes don't know what's going to happen in a struggle session. And if people aren't used to being in that type of environment, although Laura really should have been more used to it because she's dealt with way worse than that, it can be a little alarming. And especially if Laura Loomer is under the impression that this is Elon Musk, you can kind of see how Laura would not want to piss off who she believes is like the richest man in the world and the owner of the platform. So she was playing nice to some extent, but like, I don't agree with her bending the knee to them. I don't agree with her continuing to allow herself to be treated in the manner in which she was treated. I certainly don't agree with her coming back. Why the fuck did she come back? Why did she come back to be abused again? It's like, this is an example, guys, of like why you never bend the knee in the first place, because once you bend the knee once, they know they can control you and they know they can get everything they want from you. So I wouldn't say that anyone should unfollow Laura over this. I wouldn't say that anyone should withhold their support if they were supporting her already. I don't think that that's fair. But I wish that she wasn't engaging in the first place. She should have just left. Once they started abusing her in the previous struggle session, she should have just left and say, I don't know you guys shit. I don't know you guys anything. Like, you're sitting up here saying you're not Elon Musk. All right, I don't owe you shit. And she should have just left and disengaged. She didn't do that. Mistakes were made. But I think that people should be a little bit more forgiving.
Well,
that's going to be a people problem, and has very little to do with the fact that you have to apologize, and more so to do with the fact that these people are flawed and they have issues and they depend on, I don't know, drama. And I think that maybe if one is a journalist. Yeah, go ahead.
well, as I said, I apologized. I said that I apologized. So all I said was, there was a discussion that took place about doxing, and there was a disagreement about whether it was doxing because I had argued that it was public records. But in the end, I admitted that it had constituted as doxing according to the policy laid out by X. And I apologized, even though I said I was not intentionally, deliberately trying to dox anybody. It was an honest mistake, and I said I'm sorry.
Okay, so what about this one specifically? Well, let me put this.
Laura, real quickly, he's a free speech absolutist. The platform's supposed to be about free speech absolutism. What is your current status, man? What has happened to you on that platform?
Well, if he's a free speech absolutist, why was my account suspended? Why was my verified premium account taken away from me? So if you subscribe to me, thank you for your support, but you will no longer be able to subscribe to me because Elon Musk has suspended your ability to support my work because he doesn't like what I said. If you want to verify that my account is me and it's not some troll trying to pretend to be me, you're not going to be able to verify my account anymore because I have lost my verification, my blue check, because Elon Musk doesn't like what I said. I didn't dox anybody. I posted publicly available FEC records. I didn't incite violence against anybody. I am simply trying to warn the Trump administration about something that is going to blow up in their face. And it actually has the risk of potentially getting President Trump impeached in his second term if the Democrats take back the House and are successfully able to spin and create a narrative that big tech is trying to buy influence and that they are enriching themselves in the Trump administration. I'm trying to warn them about a serious issue on the horizon, and it needs to be taken seriously because clearly the MAGA base is up in arms about this today.
It does need to be taken seriously.
So
I said what I said, and I again, I'm going to say
again,
what
the part that's wrong. Again, the part that's wrong. You repeated the same thing that you said earlier, which you then apologized for because it was a lie. And this is also a lie. You did dox someone, be it unintentional or intentional, doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that you did dox someone by accident, if that is in fact the case, because even though the
So now we're getting into this struggle session bullshit where for some reason, and this is what I'm trying to figure out. This is why we're doing this exercise of listening to these spaces. Why the fuck does Adrian Dittmann believe that Laura Loomer somehow reports to him? Why the fuck is Adrian Dittmann acting like a mob boss? Who is this guy? If he's not Elon Musk, Who the fuck is he? And why is Laura continuing to play this game? She should have just not gone back.
FEC information is public. The personal information, as per the terms of service of the platform, is to be obfuscated, as in not published. That is clearly stated as rules.
Can I ask you a question?
That constitutes a dox. That's defined.
Can I ask you a question? So what I'm confused about here is the other day, David Sachs put this tweet out and said, oh, Laura posted the wrong FEC document. It's the wrong serum. And now everybody is saying, okay, that I doxed serum. And I apologized. And I said that I was sorry. And I am sorry. I do believe that FEC information is public information, but regardless,
yeah, it is public information, but the personal information contained within the public information is not to be spread on the platform as per the platform's rules that you agreed to.
I would like to mention.
But I want to ask a question. Logically speaking,
So we didn't agree on anything. It was an agreement with you and the platform that is you using the platform and not abiding by its rules. It has nothing to do with censorship.
We agreed the other night that I would apologize, and I apologized. So my question is...
Yes, and are you back to doing the same thing you did before?
No, I'm asking, logically speaking, if it
Laura,
wasn't his
Laura,
address...
Laura,
Oh,
stop.
God, Jordan,
okay?
shut the fuck
I'm just
up,
going to say
Jordan.
this, and I'm going to say this through and through. I went to bat for you, and you slapped me in the face. And that's and no, yes, you did. Let me no, Laura. I don't care about your verification.
That's Jordan. Again, this is just an image on the side. That's Jay Daly. He is one of the stupidest people that you're going to hear in this Twitter space. He also happens to be black. Him being black has nothing to do with him being stupid, I'm sure. I'm just mentioning that so people can get an image in their head of what he might look like from the last thing. But he's stupid. And he interrupts a lot and acts very self-righteous. Yeah, who the fuck is Jordan Daly? No one knows that either.
The bottom line is that we told you, act in good faith. This doesn't mean
I am acting in good faith.
No. This doesn't mean that I get off Spaces at 3:17 in the morning East, and the first thing that I see is another fucking document with a name and a zip code on it, and all it takes is a copy and paste.
That's not a zip code. That is a blocked out FEC record. What are you talking about?
It does, Laura. Laura, if you go to the bottom of the page,
policy on X that says you're not allowed to post any FEC records. So no, I'm not going to let you sit here and tell me that.
Hold on.
It specifically states that you're not allowed to release any personal information, and the personal information is contained within the public information that the FEC records are. Wait, what?
Jordan.
Look, you don't need to post. You don't need to post the zip code as well as the city he lives in to show the FEC record.
There was no personal information last night.
Laura, it's not. It's about the fact that his name and the zip code are at the bottom of the page. You could cut off the whole bottom.
FEC record.
Listen. You could crop out the whole bottom and still get the same result. That's the whole point. It's sloppy journalism. Yes.
It's not sloppy.
Posting someone's zip code is not doxing them. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. That's like saying posting someone's picture that they posted publicly is doxing them. It's not. I'm sorry.
It's a PO box, and there's nothing that says that you can't post a zip code.
Laura, no, it's not. I look. Let me put it to you this way.
Whatever.
There's
a million people that have posted FEC reports, and nobody has ever said anything. I've been posting FEC records for like 2 years now, and no one's
do you get you know that little Laura, you know that little pop-up that pops up every single time the terms of service go, and you click OK real quick? That means you agree to the new terms.
There's nothing on there that was personal last night. There's nothing on there. You're acting like I violated the rules last night. There's nothing on there that's personal.
Laura, that's not the point. The point is not that you broke the rules.
The point is
No, listen. The point is that you broke the rules. We said act in good faith. You went and posted another record right after, like you didn't learn anything.
We said act in good faith. This Jordan retard does not work for X. Adrian Dittmann, according to him, does not work for X. No one in this Twitter space currently works for X. So why the fuck are these people continuing to pretend that they're the ones in an authority position? And why the fuck is Laura Loomer playing into this situation? It makes no sense.
And then you go and then you go on TV and hang everybody out to dry.
I'm a journalist. You're trying to suppress my ability to do my work as a.
All right, I've had enough.
You told me that
I don't want to have
against Kamala Harris. Why can't I report the fact that?
Damn, this person's immune to muting. Now I know what people must have felt like when they were trying to mute me a while back. The all mute button is a bit of a problem. Anyways. My brain is already beginning to hurt. I don't want to have headaches for the second day in a row. That's going to be a bit of a problem. The matter of the fact is that what you stated in the clip that we just played, this was after the fact of the apology that you made, was in fact a lie. Okay? Now we can disagree on the fact that the zip code in conjunction with the name can be explained as personal information. You can say whatever you want about that. That's not for us to decide. That's not that's should you redact it? Probably yes. I would redact it myself. Probably just leave the name. I suppose that would be all right. But redacting the zip code, 100%, man. That would be the bare minimum. Any of that information, because that's not okay. It's not a good thing, right? Beyond that, you keep repeating that the FEC records are public information. This is true. Yet the policy of the platform that you are seeking to publish it on has standards, and those standards and rules are
appreciate it.
Do not share personal information. And if personal information is contained within the publicly available FEC record, and you post that here, obviously you're going to have a problem, right? That is not censorship. Those are just house rules. You don't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. And also your account was not suspended either. It was locked. Okay, so that's another lie. Your account is not suspended, as you're clearly still here, and your account was just locked for 12 hours. You've said so yourself. The screenshots were posted by Owen at the time because you were locked out at the time of him posting it, Owen Schroyer, and it stated there exactly that your account is going to be locked for 12 hours. Because of that post, which contained the personal information that you didn't redact properly in the publicly available FEC records. It is nothing other than that.
Also, I would like to mention...
People who choose...
Go ahead, Ada.
Yeah. You can find the public information of every single person in the United States by paying $10 to a people search website. You can find out where they live. You can find out their phone number, unless you go to extreme lengths to hide that information. So just because their FEC record is public doesn't mean you should be publishing that, right?
Especially for someone like...
Hang on. Dana says, late to the party, but what do you think Laura's motivation is to continue engaging with these people? I don't know, is the thing. I don't know. Other than she may believe that this is Elon Musk, and so if Laura Loomer believes that this is Elon Musk, or there's a high probability that it's Elon Musk, then she doesn't want to be on his bad side, so she's trying to kind of get back in the good graces, right? But it's also like, I don't know, at some point you have to have some self-respect. And I understand that Laura Loomer's in a position, and I think, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks that she got all her subscribers taken away. It sucks that she can't post long-form content, but there are ways around this. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I could bring myself to grovel in the way that she is, and I don't know why she's doing it.
Your following is a what could be defined as a cult following. And so somebody who'd probably want to impress you would be like, we're going to get to that person's address. We're going to fuck the guy up. You know, someone might do that. The chance that happens greatly increases when you put this individual's personal information out on the internet for all to see. And if that wasn't the case, by that same token, why is then everybody so mad about the Nick Fuentes docs? Because guess what? If this would have gotten as big as the Nick Fuentes docs had gotten, then probably someone would have gone to his house as well.
People are mad about the Nick Fuentes docs because it stayed up for over a month on the platform and got over 30 million views and almost led to Nick dying. And by the way, anytime that the Nick Fuentes docs has been brought up to Adrian Dittmann before, he's dismissed it. And he said, well, do you understand how hard it is to manage that much information? You can't possibly be expected to manage that many posts, except for the fact that after Nick almost got killed, all of the posts suddenly started coming down.
The difference, of course, being here that your account is pretty large, and I'm pretty sure, now this is, I don't know this from Exercide, okay? If I was a person, I as an individual who has worked in IT and has dealt with moderation with other people, and it's a difficult story to explain, right? I would watch problematic individuals and see whether or not they do something fucked up, so that when they try to cause damage, the damage is mitigated by a quick action. Okay?
Wait.
So in your case, since it was already so big, people looked at it.
Did Adrian Dittmann just say that if he managed Twitter, that he would have a team of people watching the fucked up individuals on the platform to mitigate any damage they might do? Is that what he just said? Hang on, let's just listen to that little part again.
And has dealt with moderation with other people, and it's a difficult story to explain, right? I would watch problematic individuals and see whether or not they do something fucked up, so that when they try to cause damage, the damage is mitigated by a quick action. Okay? So in your case, since it was already so big...
When they try to cause damage by posting publicly available FEC data to go against the political narrative that Elon Musk is pushing, they can be dealt with as quickly as possible. Huh.
People looked at it and be like, okay, there we go. Deal with it real quick. That was the difference, right? So you should have understood that was a problem.
Well, I have a big problem with people who choose by their own free will. We're not talking about ad revenue here. We're talking about my supporters who want to choose whether they support me with their own money every single month are now denied that opportunity. And you can say that it's not censorship, but all my posts now are being labeled as probable spam. And I have like 1,000 DMs today from people who have said, oh my God, I can't see you anymore. Your name doesn't show up. I have to manually search you. And then I have people telling me that my name doesn't even show up in the search box. So yes, that is censorship.
Okay,
and that's my livelihood.
Laura,
that is not true.
That's
Your
my
engagement. Okay, Laura Cat, you go ahead.
This is not actually a public forum. You sign a contract to engage.
Elon said it was. Elon said it was. He said it was the town square, and that it was. He said that I hope that even my strongest critics remain on this platform.
And there is
doxing someone is not criticism. Laura Cat, go ahead.
Speech on this platform than any other platform. But that does not mean that you can just say anything with impunity. You still agree to terms of service. There are still rules of conduct.
And Laura, just so you know, this is the reason why I went back and looked at everything, and I waited and I said, hey, and look, here's the thing. And this is a town square, right? I went and I made a deal with the person who's working your case. And I said, okay, 2 weeks, no check mark, and she'll act in good faith. And she'll post one original content video directly to X in good faith. You want to know what that is? That means that you're coming back to the platform, you're doing good things, and that's great, right?
Who the fuck is Jordan to be negotiating a deal on Laura Loomer's behalf? Who are these people? That's crazy.
That's exactly what you and I also agreed to as well. And everybody already knows. Every single one of my followers knows. Don't fucking test me because I'll post it. We all agreed to it. I will post all of it, but I won't have to because
This Jordan guy has over 1 million followers and barely gets any likes or retweets on his content. Oh my God, who the fuck does he think he is?
I already know. Okay? We did. We agreed to it. And the first thing you did was you did that. Now you didn't break the rules like we said. No, Laura, don't interrupt me. Laura, don't.
You're trying to have editorial control over my journalism.
No, that's not editorial. Laura, no, listen. You didn't have to post the zip code in the name after. Okay, after you had listen. After
what proves it. You don't understand how this works, Jordan. You don't work in politics. You clearly don't.
Okay, you also don't work in politics because you're a journalist, and journalists are not supposed to work in politics because if they do, they're biased, which is kind of ironic given what you just said.
Really?
Anyways.
Really?
You don't work in politics, and you also never got.
You're gonna say that Laura Loomer doesn't work in politics? Laura Loomer ran for office in Florida like a couple years ago. Laura Loomer has been invited to hang out with Trump multiple times. Laura Loomer knows everyone in fucking politics. Are you shitting me?
To work in politics unless you give one or two things up, which would be journalism in this case, because if you're going to be a journalist, you have to be unbiased.
No, you don't, Adrian. No, you don't. You don't have to be unbiased to be a journalist. That standard went out the window a long-ass fucking time ago. There is no such thing as an unbiased journalist. We all have biases. The very best we can do is make sure that we are backing up every single thing we say with primary source documentation, but we all have an angle. We all have an objective. We all have things we're trying to expose. Just because you have a bias doesn't mean you're a journalist. A journalist's job is to journal. It is to document. There are no unbiased journalists in the entire fucking country. Laura Loomer doesn't have to exist by different standards just because it pleases the self-proclaimed god of the fucking platform.
And if you work in politics, that means you have to defend a very specific position. And if you do that, that clearly outlines that you have a conflict of interest, which I'm pretty sure Laura Cat might agree to here, if that is accurate. So, anyways, besides that, let's get back to the ground, to the ground problem here. You lied again. That's it. That's the only thing we have an issue with. And you call that journalism. That is not journalism. That is a lie. And if you think that that is something that journalism is, then you're using probably legacy media's definition of journalism, and given that they constantly lie, and now they've gone so far as to say that I'm Elon's alt account in their infinite fucking wisdom. I'm actually glad that they did that because it makes them look absolutely fucking stupid. And I hope that they keep fucking up over and over and over and over again, because then finally, maybe everyone is going to ditch the goddamn magazines. And
that would require Adrian Dittmann revealing who the fuck he is, which I think would be a really appropriate thing to do in this situation, because the minute that you're ordering people around and making all these little quips that make it really seem like you have influence on a platform that you may not have, or that you do have, I want to know does he have influence at X or doesn't he? Does he know Elon Musk or doesn't he? What the fuck is his company? What does he do for a living? How can he afford to spend all this time on Twitter Spaces? You know, I was listening to him last night. I'm pretty sure this was last night. And he was talking about how Adrian Dittmann was talking about how he has a girlfriend, and so stop sending him like nudie pictures or something like that. And I was like, bro, you're spending like 8 hours on Twitter Spaces a day. And you're doing it at night. Who the fuck are you dating? How the fuck does that work? Why would I believe that? So, I don't know, man. This guy needs to tell who he is if he's going to keep playing these games.
Say, fuck this. We're going to come here to X and look for the news instead. And this is where you come in. This is where it's a problem with you. Because if you then spread lies on the app that people use for news, that is a problem.
Wait,
and community notes are there and they do all...
What are you fucking shitting me? Laura, people are coming to X for their news, Laura. And if you, as a proclaimed journalist, spread lies on my platform, Laura, you are fucking up the brand of my platform, and the problem is you, and you are creating chaos on the platform. Like, I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but why the fuck does Adrian Dittmann feel like he is in a position to tell Laura Loomer what to say and do?
kinds of things, but there are only so many contributors, you see, and that is a problem. Don't exhaust the resources of the platform just because you think, oh, I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, you could get away with it, but you're going to do a lot of damage, and that's not good. You're basically becoming legacy media. We're the media. We're trying to get to the bottom of something. We're interrogating you. We're trying to hold people accountable. We're trying to basically keep history and say, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, this happened there. Right? And
He just admitted, we're interrogating you, Laura. We are the real media, Laura. We are interrogating you because you are causing chaos on our platform, Laura. Again?
Just because you think, oh, I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, you could get away with it, but you're going to do a lot of damage, and that's not good. You're basically becoming legacy media. We're the media. We're trying to get to the bottom of something. We're interrogating you. We're trying to hold people accountable. We're trying to basically...
We're interrogating you. We're holding people accountable. Where have I heard that before? What other group of people would interrogate people in a public struggle session to hold them accountable for their actions? Where have I heard that before? Why does that sound familiar? Holding people accountable for their actions? Who does that? Exactly. Yeah, we could say communists do that. Yup, that was quite a Freudian slip. The Stasi does that. Yup. I remember a lot of struggle sessions that happened in 2020 where people were just being held accountable, and those struggle sessions were perpetrated by the left.
keep history and say, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, this happened there. Right? And you are trying to lie. So we're the media now, and you're legacy media. That's what this looks like.
Wow, what an asshole.
I'm gonna bring up someone.
What journalism is Adrian Dittmann producing? What journalism is Adrian Dittmann and his co-host producing? They're the real media. This is why I say that this guy's a narcissist. We are the real media, Laura. You are just the legacy media. Just, don't even bother with her, because we are the real media, because we sit around on a Twitter space for 8 hours a day pretending we own the place.
To see if, what points they can make.
Look, Laura, the whole piece.
Wait. So I'm gonna bring up someone just to see what points they can make. I don't know if they're gonna be friendly. I don't know how they're gonna react. But
can I just say one thing?
Oh my God,
Laura, the only bad thing is that you said you agreed, and then you posted it again. You didn't have to do that. And I didn't follow you. I didn't follow you. I didn't know you. So listen. And like you said, I'm not biased, right? I don't know politics. I don't know journalism, which means I was right down the middle on it. I don't discredit anything you've ever done. You have done great news. But like I said, just like Harry Potter, thou shalt not tell lies. And that is the only reason why you are here, and we are grilling you so this doesn't happen again. That is it. But
you want to destroy somebody's livelihood, just admit.
So if you piss off Elon Musk on Twitter, do you have to go in front of the Stasi that is Adrian Dittmann and his friends to be grilled and interrogated? Is that what we're talking about now? You go against Elon Musk and then you have to go in front of the fucking Stasi? He just quoted Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter.
It. Just stop talking.
Why would I want to destroy your? Why would I, of all people, want to destroy your livelihood?
You clearly do. You just said you're okay with it being taken away. So whatever. Just go and try taking away.
When did he say that? When did he say that?
Two weeks without it unverified. You know that my subscribers pay a monthly fee. I didn't hear him say that. You're making it up. No, I'm not. You literally just said that you made it.
He did actually say that. Jordan absolutely said that he made some sort of deal with Twitter where Laura Loomer would go 2 weeks unverified.
Deal with whoever you spoke with at X. You just said that, Jordan, and you could replay the clip, and they said 2 weeks, no check mark. We all just heard you say that. You just said it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think it's okay
And
for someone to
Laura,
describe that they're lying to us?
Laura, do you want to know why?
I
Because
swear to God, man.
literally, all you do is go back and start again and cause more fires. The last
Why
part of
am
the
I
clip
not
that they
allowed
didn't.
to speak? Why am I not allowed to talk?
You
I don't
are
understand who the
speaking.
fuck
You
you think
are
you are that I'm
speaking.
not allowed to
You're
do my
speaking right now,
journalism.
Laura.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
who the
speaking.
fuck do you think you are to tell me that I can't?
Yeah, not that I want Nick in trouble, but I'd love to hear him go, Nick should stay away from this. That's my opinion. I know Nick wouldn't do it, and I know Nick would go up there, and I know Nick would kick all their asses, and I know he'd be fabulous. And I'm not trying to say that Nick can't do it, but like my opinion on this is Nick needs to stay as far away from these people as he fucking can.
Yeah, it's enough. Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
In fact, I would even take the position that Nick would be lowering himself to going and talking to these people. He would be lowering himself. Nick is so far above these people. Nick is so much more relevant than these people. Nick has a bigger audience than these people. Like, there's no reason for Nick to lower himself to talk to these people. Naruto, thank you for the super chat. The whole public versus personal information argument gives me the same vibes as socialists arguing about the difference between personal and private property. Not quite the same thing, Naruto, but I understand. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Enough. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. God. You are speaking. You are posting. Everything is working. And you can't say that you've been throttled. You know that's bullshit. You're not being throttled. I'm looking at your engagement right now, and it's even up more than it had been before the incident. All of your posts are getting a great amount of impressions. I don't see the problem here. I'm looking at all of your posts here. They're getting a decent amount of impressions, decent amount of comments. This is looking good for an account like yours. This is all right. For an account that doesn't even have the check mark, you're doing very well, actually. So, I don't get it. How's your speech suppressed?
How does he know all that?
Because it's listing my comments as probable spam, and I paid for premium.
All of them?
So
Okay, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Leave a comment under my space. By the way, Blythe, can you let Outer back up again so I can
Yeah, I'm looking for him. I don't see him in the quests. If I see him pop
That's
up,
annoying.
I'll let him up.
You know what, Laura? I will act in good faith. Okay? I will act in good faith. If
Laura, I'm going to make you co-host real quick so you can find out and bring him up, and then I'll switch it out for him.
This is 3,800 people listening. Just redact what you need to redact, please, 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 Laura.
Just do
that's
what I
all
want
we're
you to do,
That's
Laura.
all we're really asking. Is just take the extra second to do it. That's it. And I will personally make sure that you get it. Okay? Literally, as we speak.
Check mark?
Yes, but there is a but. You're gonna need to wait for a reply on the email on the subscribers, and I don't want to hear.
I don't have an email from them. What email?
Okay, you will get one. You will get one. Okay.
By the way, Laura
Just
Cat, I'm going to
relax.
remove you from co-host real quick so Outer can step back in. By the way, thanks for having it.
I just need you to breathe.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, now
just breathe.
You're going to be invited co-host. Then we're going to have to bring Laura Cat back up again.
I really hope you learned your lesson.
Outer, did you get the invite? Co-host?
I really hope you learned your lesson, Laura. I hope you learned the lesson that we're inflicting on you with this interrogation and that you don't cross us again. Yeah, exactly. If you do this, if you do what I want this time, I'll keep my promises. I didn't keep my promises the last time, but trust me, bro, this time exactly.
Sing?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool. Then you have to bring Laura
Adrian.
Cat back up
Fun
again
fact.
because he's
Briefly.
when you disconnect someone from co-hosts, then they basically remove from the space. So you have to bring them back up again.
It fucks
So
them up.
if I redact
Yes.
my reports going forward, I get my subscriubers back. If I redact,
I don't know about that kind of
including-
deal. This is nothing to do with me. I'm not making.
Yeah,
I don't know
Laura,
what kind of abilities
Laura.
Jordan has, but I've no idea of this.
Laura, I can't guarantee the subscribers back until you hear back from X, okay? You just need to wait. I don't know how much more clear I can be besides wait.
I don't have an email out to them, so I didn't get an
You will get one. And this is the same thing I've explained to you now 4 days in a row. It takes a while to go back, and everybody has to go and look at every single sub all the way through because it was pulled just because of the way that the system works. Okay? There's a reason why we're...
Then maybe all those amazing Indian engineers that Elon is importing to the United States with those H-1B visas, the top 0.1% of talent, because that's what we're told, right? We need to allow these H-1B visas because those Indian engineers that work for X and work for Tesla and work for SpaceX and all those organizations, they are the top 1% of talent. No one else in the world can do what these H-1B visa applicants can do. So perhaps Elon Musk should work with the best of the best, the top 1%, the H-1B visa applicants that he's brought into the United States because they couldn't find Americans to do these jobs, and they should fix the fucking platform. They should fix all of the bugs on Twitter. They should fix the fact that most of the times my DMs and my group chats don't work. They should fix the fact that the follower button keeps flickering on and off. They should fix the fact that I don't know, that the spaces glitch out all the fucking time, both on the phone and on the desktop. There are a lot of things the best of the best applicants of the world should be able to fix if they really are the 0.1% of all the engineers in the world.
Having this town hall. It's an experiment to make sure that things can go smoothly as a third party. Like you said, Jordan, you don't know how this works. You don't know politics. You don't know journalism. Well, you know what I know? Guess what I did for 20 years? Take a wild guess. IT and customer support. So when I go and look at your proof and I go look at the proof that's put against you, guess what I get to do? Deliberate. But of course, I'm wiping the crust out of my eyes. And the first thing that I see is Laura Loomer on Steve Bannon talking about civil war and all types of crazy shit. And why do why is that the first?
And now they're monitoring what Laura Loomer is saying on other shows? Did he just say he's monitoring what Laura Loomer is saying on Steve Bannon? Are they going to take away people's checks, blue checks for things they say off the platform now? Is that really what we're talking about?
First thing I have to wake up to instead of eating eggs.
Oh my God, come on. I was not inciting civil war. I was talking about neo-reactionary political theory and how they want to flame nationalist tensions in order to establish civil war to implement a monarchy. It's political philosophy. I was talking about a political philosophical movement, not actually inciting civil war. Come on.
That's a fringe movement because I don't think there's ever going to be. By the way, I think the words were MAGA civil war, was it?
Elon subscribes to that. I'm pretty
No
sure
way.
Elon.
No way, he does not.
And I have no idea whether he does. I want to get him on the record saying this, but I know that his friends like Peter Thiel and even JD Vance have.
No. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. That's not true.
That is an
interpretation.
No, it's not. Peter Thiel funds Curtis Yarvin. Okay, that's not an interpretation.
On him how? Do you have proof of this?
Yes.
He's a big supporter and a funder of Curtis Yarvin.
Look,
you say a
Laura,
lot of things, but the more you say, the less I believe.
I'm gonna pull it up and DM you. I'll DM you the link.
Laura,
I'll DM it to you.
Can you do me a favor? And this is all I want, and this is all we all want. Okay? Can we have like 7 days of no chaos? Like,
to be clear, I didn't record this. The Groypers have a bot where even if you have an unrecorded Twitter space, you can get the recording afterwards. And so we can always get these Twitter spaces afterwards. It doesn't matter if they record them or not. We can't get the like, I would have to be recording in real time to get the video of like all the voices moving and all that stuff, but the audio recording is good enough.
Can you just promise me that? Because like, I'm gonna go to bat for you one more time.
What is defined as chaos? Like the goalposts keep moving.
Don't incite civil war. Like, come on. Like,
civil war.
Like,
You're
hello?
ridiculous.
No.
And now they're saying that literally Laura Loomer is inciting civil war. I'm old enough to remember. Listen, I've never been on board with like the whole Civil War argument. I really, like, I've said it a million times. Civil War in the United States is not going to be red versus blue. It's not going to be Democrat versus Republican. It's going to be radical revolutionary socialist versus the federal government. I firmly believe that. But I'm old enough to remember several years ago when Tim Pool, in basically every single video that Tim Pool did, was like, Civil War, Civil War, Civil War. Does anyone here remember that? Do you remember the Tim Pool Civil War era? 1 in the chat if you remember the Tim Pool Civil War era. 2 in the chat if you do not remember the Tim Pool Civil War era. Because the other thing I remember about that is that Tim Pool's videos where he said Civil War, Civil War, Civil War were weaponized against him by nefarious political actors to try to get him to censor himself. Weren't those videos used in like the January 6 hearings or something like that as evidence that MAGA was planning a civil war or something because he was expressing an opinion? So now these people are basically doing exactly the same thing to Laura Loomer that the January 6 committee did to Tim Pool? Or the impeachment or whatever the fuck featured his videos. It's exactly the same thing. These people are leftists. They should be treated like leftists. Nothing more. No fucking mercy on these people. They are leftists.
No, I'm not. No, I'm really
You're not, but you're being dishonest. Go and listen.
Laura, I'm the least dishonest. Laura, I have nothing to gain and nothing to lose.
I said I was worried that they're trying to do this to incite a civil war within the MAGA faction. Like, why are you saying that I
Can you do me one favor? One.
Depends. You're asking for a lot of favors.
Can you give them 7 days, 7 business days to figure out the subscriber situation? By then you should have an answer. I would assume you would, because
counting the days that have passed already?
No, absolutely, starting Monday.
All right, Milo, thank you for the super chat. Democrats like Elon have not been this fiery mad about taking their H-1Bs away since 1863 when Lincoln took their slaves away. Ain't that the truth, Milo? Ain't that the truth?
Hey, because you literally ruined Christmas.
Did you hear that? Laura Loomer literally ruined Christmas, according to these people. Laura Loomer created, and they talked about this in the last struggle session that we watched on Sunday. They said, Laura created so much chaos on the platform that she literally ruined Christmas. Please.
Answer, I would assume you would, because
counting the days that have passed already?
No, absolutely, starting Monday, because you literally ruined Christmas.
Well, I'm Jewish, but I got 8 nights to celebrate.
Yeah. You ruined Christmas. I hate to say it, but you did.
You literally, like, I hate to say it, but like you literally.
Adrian, I have a friend waiting to come up in the audience here. I just sent you a DM on Discord.
What does Laura do?
Ruin Hanukkah. Like Laura, you have to understand something.
All right, that's enough. Enough screaming. If you're gonna scream if you're gonna scream over each other, no fucking way we're gonna have a communication. This is not fucking happening. Okay?
I know.
One after another.
So go ahead, Jordan.
Here's the only thing, okay? When somebody has to call me, and I've changed my number, mind you, 4 times, and has to drag me out of my goddamn hole to come and talk because people are running rampant, that's not good, okay? And the reason why we're having this town square is because coming up, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held every fucking time you do some dumb shit. You're going to be held accountable in front of everybody, and everybody's going to know. This isn't you taking a knee. Nobody is discrediting you. You need to understand that.
But
everybody hears
like
that.
Such a threat. Like,
what the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? Who is Jordan Daly? Does anyone actually know who this guy is? Who the fuck is this guy to say, Laura, every single time you do something that we don't like, we are going to hold you accountable? Who the fuck is he?
It's basically like get in line or else we're gonna target you. Like what?
No.
By that, every time you're gonna be held accountable. Like for what? It sounds like you don't even want me opening my mouth.
They don't.
Laura, you
okay, I've had enough. Now, What we were saying specifically, again, so we can like circle back to this because this is a tactic that I've seen now being used multiple times, and it's really annoying. By the way, Elliot, for your friend, can you like kind of have him text you what he wants to say, and then we'll vet if that's actually going to be productive, and then we'll let him up and have him say it himself. Anyways, getting back here, the tactic is we're going to speak as much nonsense as possible, and then we're going to see if people are going to memory hole reality itself. That's not going to happen here. Okay? So I repeat again, that's how we're going to fix this with repetition. I repeat here again. The reason why this conversation is happening is because he lied about a bunch of stuff, and the only reason why the conversation of redacting certain things on an FEC record is even a conversation here is because you leave certain things, or have left certain things, unredacted. Say, for instance, one of the things that you should probably redact would be a fucking zip code, because a zip code in conjunction with a name, you know the rest. No bueno for individual in question. Okay? You don't have to do it. You should do it. It's just a good thing to do. It's a very good thing to do, actually, as a matter of fact, because we all know what happens if, again, zip coded name. That's all. We're not asking of anything else.
I have some news, Adrian.
What is it?
Elon Musk is playing Path of Exile 2 right now, and he's speaking while you're speaking here.
Right,
So that
exactly.
confirms that you two are the same person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that was Ian Miles Chung. Is that who that was? Yeah, I bet that's Ian Miles Chung that's just joined. And Ian Miles Chung has just said that Elon Musk is streaming a video game at the same time as this Twitter space is going. And so it is impossible that Adrian Dittmann could be Elon Musk because they're both streaming at the same time. Now, again, I think it is very possible that Elon Musk, being the richest man in the world, could absolutely create some sort of AI that he can turn on and off at any given time that acts in this capacity while Elon Musk is doing something else that gives him plausible deniability. I don't know, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, whatever, but I'm also of the mind that this could just be a sociopathic person that's obsessed with Elon Musk. This also just could be a pure AI thing. But like the idea that this is not in some way connected to an obsession with Elon Musk or Elon Musk himself is just absurd. I'm sorry. There is no normal person that's going to know as much about Elon Musk and everything he says and everything he does and every emotion he has and agree with him on literally every single fucking thing and have his voice. There is no way that this is just a random happenstance. I just Googled Jordan Daly, and there's very little information on him and his company. For a CEO and apparent multimillionaire with such a large following, that's strange. It is strange, isn't it? Isn't it strange that Jordan Daly has, like, let's just look at his Twitter real quick. Let's just look at his Twitter. Hang on. Hang on. I have him blocked on my main Twitter, but I have a sock account that I use to look at things sometimes. Where I'm not blocked by anyone. Oh, that's not what it is. That's not his... Okay, hang on. What is his screen name? J Daly. Do I not have that? Huh. Okay, hang on. Jordan Daly. There is... Oh, okay, it was an I. It's an I. It's not an L, it's an I. So this is our friend Jordan. He is the dumbest person on this Twitter space. Not because he's black. I would never say something racist like that. White people can be really dumb too. But Jordan is really fucking dumb. He has 1.2 million followers. He is following over 500,000 people, which is impressive. He has some sort of company called 484, an entertainment company. And these have over 75,000 followers, 60,000 followers. For an account with 1.2 million followers, 13 comments, 185 likes. 26 comments, 600 likes. 3 comments. 3. 84 likes, 1.2 million followers. 47 likes, 4 comments. 192 likes, 18 comments. 45 likes, 6 comments. This guy's getting no, for an account of this size, this guy's getting no views. Let's look at Nick Fuentes' account. Nick J. Fuentes. Let's just do a little comparison. Because Nick Fuentes has less than half of the followers of that Jordan guy, 481,000 followers, 22,000 likes, 1,100 comments, 9,000 likes, 400 comments, 7,400 likes, 250 comments, 16,000 likes, 1,000 comments. You guys see? Do you guys see? Jordan has over twice the amount of followers and is literally getting nothing compared to Nick. So who the fuck is he? What does he even do? What do his companies do? Let's click into this. This is his gold check account. 75,000 followers, following 5 people. Let's see who is following. This is one of the co-hosts of that space. She also apparently has the badge for his company. Isn't that interesting? Jewish, of course. Just reposting Elon Musk. It's literally just reposting Elon Musk. And Jordan and Adrian. This isn't a company account. This is not an organization. This is like a sham fucking... This isn't a real organization. What's this? They have a second gold check account. That's 2 gold check accounts. Is he working with SpaceX in some way? Is that what's going on? I don't get this. What is this? And why is the person that owns these accounts saying to Laura Loomer that it is his job to hold Laura Loomer accountable for what she's doing on the platform? This makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Let's go back to Adrian Dittmann's account real quick. So Adrian Dittmann is now over 200,000 followers. Let's look at his. I just want to make sure you're seeing the same thing I am. You guys are. Let's look at his gold check account. Gold check, Rebellionaire. This is Adrian Dittmann's. 7,300 followers in Indiana. What the fuck is this? What does this even do? Let's go to their website. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? What just happened? Where'd it go? Hang on, seriously, where did it just go? Did it just crash? Did my thing just crash? May have just crashed. No, wait, no, here it is. Here it is. Hang on. Shit. Found it. Oh my god. Found it. Okay. Share this tab. Now you guys can see it. This is the website associated with that account. It says financial advisors. Just reload this. Does this look like a real website? This doesn't look like a real website. This has no real information on it. They're using a Google form to get, like, this doesn't look real. This is a very simple website to create that someone could have just thrown up just to have something up. Our clients are not small investors shackled into diversification strategies. They typically have at least $1 million invested in a single stock. That doesn't mean, I mean, it's just like, look at this note. So it's saying we've appeared on these things, but it's got this tiny, tiny little note here. It says, Rebellionaire research or employees have appeared on these channels. These channels are not endorsing nor clients. What is this? It's weird, right? It's weird. So let's go back, rejoin our Twitter space, and ask ourselves again, who the fuck are these people and why should we listen to them?
So that's for any low IQ subtard in the audience who think that you are Elon Musk.
Precisely. Okay, let's see. Did he post that in the PV2 community, or is that just out there?
It's on his timeline, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on his timeline. Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. He's a tech billionaire, so what's stopping him from having two heads with two different mouths?
Oh, he was streaming 15 minutes. He was streaming for 15 minutes.
Oh shit. Hang on. Sorry. I hit a button I shouldn't have hit. Hang on. Sorry. We're back.
I was speaking at the moment while that was happening. Yes, that was true.
All right,
there we go. That's definitive proof. There, right there. Everybody, that's definitive proof that I am not Elon Musk. Okay, there you go.
Lies.
Yes. Yeah.
I think after you use the co-host feature, for some reason it fucked my my co-host, so I can't let anyone up.
Okay.
Really? Oh, that's
okay. Let me remove you again and bring you back up again.
That's amazing.
Okay. This is the spaghetti code. This is the spaghetti code problem. Don't worry. This is the thing with spaces that has happened for years. It's a very old thing. It happens. There are easy remedies for this. I think that the problems actually increase with the amount of speakers you have on a panel. That is what I've noticed. So it is better to have less speakers on the panel. So I'm going to bring him back up again. Blythe, do you still see him?
He's now in a speaker position.
All right, invite him.
Oh, he's already speaker.
Nice. Okay, we'll work this time. Okay.
Correct in asserting that Spaces is built off the backs of Periscope.
Yes, that is true. Yes,
that explains a lot.
Including, of course, live streaming as well. And it's funny. I once had a conversation with a bunch of these people who think they understand how the platform works. Like just the improv person. It says,
well, everything has changed. They sunset Periscope, and it's not based on Periscope anymore.
And I'm like, what? They sunset the apps, but they didn't sunset the live features because you're clearly using them. Like, no, that's not right. That's not true. And I'm like, have you ever used X live streams like at all? Turns out he hadn't. I was like, okay, well, if you had used it, there's this little thing where on the source you see .pscp.tv. I think it's or .pscp, something like that. So it's Periscope.
Something like that.
What I'm really looking forward to, and I think it'll happen in about 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less, is B Press joining the call, because she's the one that manages Twitter's threats, and I want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah,
TV. For some reason, the fucking speaker. This is still fucked up. I still can't really let people on. I managed one person on.
Have you like restarted the phone? Have it like restarted the app and everything?
Yeah.
Try clearing cache.
I also tried finding my other phone. I seem to have lost it for some fucking reason.
Clear media storage.
So not going well right now.
Not going well. Gotcha. Okay, if you can find the other phone, that would be great. We'll see if I can move around somehow, I suppose. By the way, BP, thanks for joining.
BP.
No problem.
That's
What
her.
brings you by?
That's her. Okay, so BP, just as a reminder, this is BP. BP, can you guys see this? Hang on. BP has protected her tweets because I'm pretty sure I did that. Because I kind of came into this Twitter space at the end of BP talking, and she's so fucking annoying. And so I didn't even know who this person was, and I posted it on my Twitter and I tagged her. I was like, this BP person is the most annoying woman I've ever heard in my life, and she's why most people hate women. And her tweets were available until then, and then as soon as I tweeted that she was annoying, she privated her account. So I take credit for that. You're welcome. But she works at X. You can see she has the X badge, and she is the one who was calling Nick Fuentes Dick Fuentes and making fun of him, and apparently she is the one that is in charge of managing threats at Twitter. So we'll be able to see what she has to say about all of this, and hopefully someone asks her about Nick. That'd be pretty great.
Oh, just popping on. Please do not DM me any bullshit. Just, a nice little ask.
Oh.
I don't want to hear your opinions about liability or anything Loomer related. Thank you very much. I could care less.
She's just here to chill, basically.
Do you guys understand why I said that she's the most annoying person on Twitter? She comes onto a Twitter space and is like, no DMs, please, from the peanut gallery. I do not care what your opinions are about anything. Let's just listen to that little entrance again. My, isn't BP full of herself?
Ask. I don't want to hear your opinions about liability or anything Loomer related. Thank you very much. I could care less.
She's just here to chill, basically.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I love the space.
You know the chill
very
dude
chill.
meme?
Even
That's
with
her,
the
but it's a
debates.
woman, so it's good.
I'll take it.
Nice. Okay,
My God, is it fucking raining where I am? I can't be sure.
maybe. I hope they
pretty
don't
sure-
engineer
yeah,
the
like
weather too hard
outside.
this time.
It looks weird, like it's very foggy for some reason, and that is abnormal for Dubai. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. It's foggy. What the fuck?
Hey, really quick, Adrian, I've got some updates for you.
All right. The way he says that.
Send that to me.
Yeah, a lot of the suggestions, I'd say send that to Auto. He's the one who vets a lot of things. He's the vetter guy. And I can't see anything that's happening in the listener section either, so I won't be able to bring him
All right.
up.
I found my other phone. I'm gonna switch to that. See if
All right.
that fixes anything.
All right. Do I like remove him or just okay?
Maybe.
I guess you don't need to remove me. I'll just change over to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question for BP. It says in your bio that you're an ex-employee. So, don't you think it's inappropriate then to be speaking out publicly like you just did and say that you don't care about anything Loomer related? Isn't it your job as an ex-employee to care about issues that?
Yes.
That's
That's because
I'm just
all
asking you because it
ex-employees
seems
all
kind of
have
like
the same exact job, right?
She's being sarcastic,
Well,
obviously.
what is that job? That's what I'm asking.
I am
So
here to
what
keep
is your
our
job?
employees and our people safe from people that want to cause harm to them. And that is my job. That is my only job.
What? Again?
She's being sarcastic,
Well,
obviously.
what is that job? That's what I'm asking.
I am
So
here to
what
keep
is your
our
job?
employees and our people safe.
I am here to keep our employees and our people safe. That is my job.
From people that want to cause harm to them. And that is my job. That is my only job. And if you have any more questions about it, you just let me know.
What a bitch.
So are there other ex-employees on this?
I don't know. I don't
space,
track
is
what
you're
other
saying?
ex-employees do on their free time.
Why is she being
So
such a bitch?
So your job at X is to protect employees of X on and off platform?
I don't. Why are you trying to like pick?
I'm just asking.
I don't
you,
understand
what do
your
you do for
question.
X? That's what I'm asking. You said that your job is to make sure that people who work for X are protected, like in a security manner, like a physical manner, or in terms of like protecting their physical information online. Like, what do you mean your job is to
both of those
protect?
things. So protective intelligence covers all of that. So from physical security concerns to doxing our employees, protecting that, personal information online, trying to help them do some scrubs. But mostly it's the physical safety aspect of keeping everyone safe.
This person's a leftist.
So are you a licensed security official?
I have my certified threat manager certification, if that is what you mean, as a threat assessor. Yeah.
Does that include CCW?
I don't know what the hell a CCW is.
Why is she being
What is that,
such
a gun thing?
A concealed carry
Yeah,
permit?
you don't need that.
Do you have a
where I am,
do you have a gun
and
license?
we're not going to go down that rabbit
No,
hole.
that's why I was wondering, like, if you do physical protection too, or if it's just online in the room.
No,
with
you don't want
X
to
when you
see
say-
my janky butt trying to do physical protection. Like I said, it's protective intelligence.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Do you work out of well, I guess they moved the head, well, they're not the headquarters, so you're probably not going to tell me that anyway.
Sorry.
You're not going to tell me where you. And so, as an ex-employee, what draws you to Adrian's spaces?
I have been drawn to Adrian Spaces for many months because I enjoy the topics that they cover. I love the tech talks. I think he's a phenomenal host and he doesn't take any shit from anybody. And I love it when he can articulate in ways that many of us cannot. Just genuinely enjoy him. So, yeah.
I bet she does. I bet she does genuinely
Thank you.
enjoy him. I bet she does.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thanks for answering my question.
No problem.
I'll follow you.
You know, there's like at least one or two movie scenes that I might have seen in my life where people are sitting at a table, they just like finish having an argument, and everybody's just looking at each other, waiting for somebody to say something. It's like,
Yes.
you know, the eyes glance back and forth. That's exactly what that just feel like.
Yeah.
What that just felt like.
I don't have energy. This is fun. Had a long fucking day.
I just followed
Absolutely
you.
a leftist.
Drinking a cup of coffee,
100%
smoking a
a
cigarette.
leftist.
It's nice out here.
Nice. That's kind of how I imagined it. I kind of just imagine myself sitting in the room here, and it's like somebody in the background there smoking, and the smoke is just kind of like coming through, you know, over the light here, and you can see that we're like a somewhat dimly lit room as a result, and like all kinds of interesting stuff's happening. So that's literally it's perfect. It's in line with exactly what I was thinking. It's
I
nice.
think the smoke's coming from
Someone's
my phone
wearing
on
the glasses,
counter
and it's not
because
me.
ever since I started talking, it's just
Cozy.
been blowing up with notifications from here. So this is going to be fun.
Right.
I'm going to throw it off a grid.
Yes, that's gonna get worse. Yeah, that's gonna get worse. Actually, you may want to like turn off all the X notifications as a result.
Yeah.
I have it set to only accept DMs from people that I follow, and that helps a lot.
Oh yeah, DMs.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah, that's
idea.
what I think.
100%.
Yeah.
Also have it set for like subscribers, so like people who subscribe to me have access. So sometimes that's like one of the best ways to reach out.
Laura definitely should have asked that. How many other employees are on this space? Good question.
I do that because it keeps the annoying legacy media journalists away from me that I don't want to talk to. So it's like if they do in fact pay, I'm like, God damn, okay, you shelled out. It's $1. It's nothing.
Well, I guess I wish I could do that. I would really like to be able to filter via subscriptions.
Well, you were, then you accidentally or on purpose, whichever would happen to be, dox somebody. So I'm very careful, even though I'm not a very big account. I've only recently become so big. I've always been very careful with what kind of posts I've sent out there. You know, sometimes I have made an occasional mistake, especially when it came to news posting, ironically enough, because I wanted to understand what are the challenges of a citizen journalist. So for a couple weeks, actually not even a couple weeks, I think it was almost a couple months at this point, I decided I'm just going to do news posting to try it out because, you know, Elon says it's going to be an app for, you know, where all the news is. So I said, okay, I'm going to contribute to it because I need to know for myself if that is actually something that's scalable. And oh man, yes, it is. And many other people have done the same and have built an amazing platform out of it, which is really, really cool. And with that, I've also learned is that every single thing you output, if it is in fact, you know, like reporting on any event, you have to be careful with what that is. If that is accurate, if all details from it are, you know, say for instance, you know, certain platform rules and, you know, whatever may be contained within whatever you're about to publish could violate those rules. You probably want to remove that, you know? And this has happened. This has happened to more people than just you, you know? There have been other cases.
Yeah, and I told you, I said sorry.
Yeah, it's not a right-wing, left-wing issue either. It's happened to people on both sides, you know? And it's, I know you said sorry about that. I know you said sorry about that. I know you said sorry.
Here we are.
I know we sold up.
How many times are these people gonna beat Laura Loomer over the head with you dox someone, 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 you dox? Don't they get tired of saying it? Doesn't it just get exhausting?
Apology.
You know, yeah.
We saw the apology, but you still continue to lie about it. And you still kind of insist that you're being politically targeted. You're not being politically targeted. I am, actually.
Well, when my posts are I want you to go look at my posts and go look at the comments under it. Just go take a moment really quick and
Adrian Dittmann was like, Laura, you are not being politically targeted. I am the one who's being politically targeted. So now Adrian Dittmann is the real victim in this whole situation. The guy who we don't even know who he is. His company kind of appears to be a scam. He seems to be friends with a lot of scam artists. He seems to be pretending to be Elon Musk on the internet. Or is Elon Musk or some weird AI thing of Elon Musk. But he's the real victim in this situation, guys.
click on one of my posts from today and go click on comment. Go do it while we're live right now and tell me I'm not being targeted. It literally says probably 75 to 80% of the comments are listed as probable spam. And these are verified premium accounts.
Weird? Hold up a second. Hold up a second. You know what's weird?
I'm already getting so many threats just from having this like minor conversation in a personal capacity. So I don't want to hear it.
Did you hear that BP person? I'm already getting so many threats. Like I said, I'm pretty sure she locked her account when I posted that she was annoying. So this is the type of woman who believes that anyone saying anything critical of you is literally threatening violence. That's what this woman is.
Already getting doxing threats.
There's something. Here's something where. Okay. Hold up. I just noticed something very interesting, actually. Your subs are still there. They're not gone. They're still there. If that wasn't the case, then the badges wouldn't be there still. My God, what the fuck's wrong with this mute button? It's a piece of shit.
Everything's bugged, man. All the invites are bugged.
Well, on my end, maybe
like the more speakers you have, the worse it gets. Gotcha. We confirmed it now.
On my end, and people were sending me the screenshots, it said Laura Loomer has unsubscribed you from her subscription.
That's weird. Then how?
They say that
I'm gonna post this one comment. This is in general. I don't know what this is, but here.
Where are you posting it? On my account?
I'm putting it at the top of the space. Hold up. Boop. There we go. I think you should see. Do you see the little pink badge that's next to Duan Lin's blue check mark? That's a subscriber badge, which means that person subscribed to you.
Right, but it says on my end, my subscriptions are not showing up.
Oh yes, because you don't have the verification, but I'm pretty sure you still technically have subscriptions, and they would just reappear when you're verified again, I suppose. I don't know, but this is an interesting thing that I'm seeing. Why is there a little badgie? It can't
I
be
don't
if
know.
you don't have
But it said that
subscriptions.
they were canceled.
You may not have
Adrian,
access to them, I
Yeah, but they
suppose,
said,
but what is
but
that?
they said you can't get your subscriptions unless you're verified. So
Yeah, I know,
I
but
don't
there's
know.
still a little
It's
badgy
weird.
there, so people may not be
Adrian,
able to
Yeah.
subscribe to you right now, but there's a little badgy. So
Yeah.
why is a
this
little
is
badgy?
not.
There's a badge, but
They all blew over.
but it doesn't mean anything because, as I said before, I don't get to interact with those subscribers and they don't show up. So maybe it's because they were charged on their billing, just like I was charged on my billing for premium, but I don't have premium access.
I don't know. We'll see. When the premium returns, you probably will also have all your subscribers back. I'm not sure how that works. I would like to have some clarity on that, but I can't. I'm just stating the fact that there's a little badge there. It shouldn't be there if you didn't have subs.
Well, you just said when it returns, so you think that it will
Well,
return.
when your premium, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know how the system works. I don't dox people. I don't know what happens. You know, normally when people dox somebody, when people dox some other people, they get suspended indefinitely. I don't know.
Mistake.
It's the first time I'm seeing this.
But I don't dox people either.
Well, you did.
It was an honest.
It was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. I'm just trying to assess the situation.
It's not like I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy and I'm gonna like fuck his life.
You kind of did. All right, that's enough. This horse should have been dead. See, I fucking knew zombie horses were going to be a thing, man. Remember when I said a couple days ago that there was going to be zombie horses? This is the zombie horse now. The horse is already dead. It's way dead, right? It's already been beaten, so it's dead as a dead can be. And now it's turned into a zombie because we beat it so hard. We beat the dead horse so hard that it's actually back now. So now we're dealing with a zombie horse. What the fuck? This is insane.
Makes sense now, yeah.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I just knew it. We're going to freshen things up a little bit here. I was about to say Brian, sorry. Ed, welcome to the space.
Oh, someone just messaged me and said that Charles Johnson's account got suspended from Twitter.
No.
Is that true?
I don't know. I don't even know.
No, Charles Johnson's account did not get suspended from Twitter. That is not true. Chuck Johnson deactivated his own account because he wanted attention. And if you look at how the account looks, it is not a suspended account. It is a deactivated account. Then Chuck Johnson posted a Substack in which he literally posted a screenshot that said your account has been deactivated on this date. And then Chuck Johnson texted all of his friends to say, Elon took away my account! Elon canceled my account! But they didn't. Because if you look at the difference between what Chuck Johnson's account looks like and what a suspended account looks like, Chuck Johnson's account looks like a deactivated account. It doesn't look like a suspended account. So no one should buy into this bullshit that Chuck Johnson is trying to shill. Because, quite frankly, it undermines what Elon Musk is actually doing to the Groypers. And it really pisses me off. What a fucking time to pull a stunt like this. What a fucking time to pull a stunt where you are pretending that you are being censored and banned on Twitter because you're not getting enough fucking attention and you want the same stolen valor that everyone else gets. Who cares? I fucking care. I care. You want to know why? Because there are actually real people who have wrongfully lost their accounts. And if you guys are pretending that someone who deactivated their account actually lost it because they were being censored, then you are just as much of a fucking problem as Elon Musk. That's why.
Who that guy is. Ed, what brought you here?
Going? I just wanted to confirm that you weren't Elon Musk, and I saw that Elon had this,
oh my fucking god,
live stream going. So I assume that you just recorded the live stream and then used OBS to play it, and now you're just running the space, right?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Don't say that shit. Oh my god. You know what's annoying? You just invalidated something. That's bad. Say, right? Please tell me you were trolling. He's obviously trolling.
I was trolling.
Wow.
I was trolling.
You just got your chain yanked.
I just wanted to give the media some ammunition to use.
Why?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Why?
It's kind of fun
Ed, you're
to
like
watch.
a shit stirrer, man. What the fuck?
When have you been the anarchist?
If I was you, I would be pretending to pretend that I'm not Elon Musk. I think it would be great.
Oh my god. That is hilarious. Okay, cool. So is that like the only reason why you came up here to farm the lols?
No, yes. I mean, I've been following the whole Laura Loomer thing, and I get that you didn't mean to dox him, but at the same time you did. So I think you have to bear some responsibility for it. And
she did. She did.
Said sorry.
She apologized and everything.
You did, and I applaud you for that.
Who's speaking right now? I can't see who's talking.
Ed.
Oh, it's because I have you blocked. Yeah, thanks, Ed. Well, at least you gave me credit for it.
Oh my
Unblock Ed. He may be annoying, but he's funny.
No, he's not funny.
He's not
kind of a funny guy.
He's absolutely fucking funny, man.
He says I'm like some foreign agent or something. and
I
it's
will
like,
say this.
This is the other way, by the way, that all these people are leftists because they think things are funny that are just objectively not funny.
I'll say this, however, okay? If I was a person on X who was relatively controversial and very, very into the right, and this person is very into the left, and his big platform keeps...
They already have, multiple times.
...quote posting my posts, I think that's a win. Just saying. He's not the worst guy. There's definitely worse people.
He hasn't been very nice to me, so...
I don't know.
I blocked him.
Ed, have you harassed her?
I don't think so. I mean,
you know what you said to me. It's on Telegram, Ed.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say?
Adrian.
The crowd.
I honestly don't know what I said to you. That so offensive.
What the fuck?
You can
I can't let him up. Can you let him up again? Wait, what? What's going on? Hold a second.
Every time I try to invite out it just says like error, some bullshit.
I'm still up here. Right?
Okay, give me a second here.
Adding outa.
I don't think that Elon is really live right now, though.
No, he was for 25 or 27 minutes ago. He was live.
He was. I watched it. I had it on my
You can go to
phone.
his profile and you can see it.
Yeah,
right
I know,
there.
but there's ways to. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, he was answering questions live. He was responding to people.
Why would he fake that? For what reason?
Oh, he was answering.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
Wait, what the fuck's going on now?
Answering questions.
That's right.
He wasn't
30
just playing the
seconds.
video game. He was responding to people.
I was wondering if anyone. I was wondering if anyone had seen questions because somebody had mentioned OBS. Technically speaking, there is a way to broadcast live when you're not really live.
No. He was answering questions. He was answering people's questions.
I shouldn't have said that because I kind of regret saying that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still funny that I said it.
It is funny that you said it, and anyone with a brain will understand that it was a joke, but there are not many people with brains that work as well as they should here. That's all I'm going to say.
I think he's traveling, though. I think he's traveling. I saw a report.
He is on his plane playing Path of Exile 2 using Starlink.
Well,
yeah, he literally said so himself in the community, man.
If he has time to be Adrian, there's obviously more than one Elon Musk. Because there's no way he could be
now we're entering some different territory.
Well, and also Elon, I posted this earlier, Elon has these awkward pauses all the time when he speaks. And Adrian, you speak extremely fast.
Yes.
So that's how I can tell that you guys are not the same
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Like if Elon was pretending
think about it this way. Think about it this way. I am effectively, you could say, the Gen Z super speedy version of Elon that does public speaking more than engineering.
I don't believe that this person is Gen Z for 1 fucking second.
In a sense. Even though I do a lot more engineering as well, this is my job, but I do a lot of public speaking.
Elon could be you, but you couldn't be Elon. It just wouldn't work out that way. Because Elon would have had to.
I would have to be less public for sure, because I'd put a lot more of my brain power into the other side. I mean, I could do it. It's just what he's doing wouldn't be like this exact life that he's leading wouldn't be something I would sustain for myself, unless, of course, I had a clear path. Then I might do it. He's already doing it. I have a different path.
I thought this was settled like yesterday. You still think that they're the same? No way, dude.
Yeah. It's gotten so bad now that even legacy media likes to perpetuate the bullshit. They're the ones who say, the netizens have uncovered it. Like, since when have you listened to the netizens? Like, I thought a few years ago, the netizens were a bunch of people that you couldn't trust for anything. I thought that was the idea, and that you could trash talk citizen journalism. So why is now quote unquote citizen journalism a thing that they believe in? Because it's convenient? Yeah.
Hey, Adrian,
Yeah.
I have to go because I have to go do some prep for my show, which I'm going to be doing in a couple days. So I was just going to say thanks for having me on again. It was a pleasure. And
Okay.
I want to invite you to come on my show sometime. So maybe you can come on Loomer Unleashed and you can be a guest.
Who knows? Maybe.
Well, that was a question, like an invite. So will you come on my show?
That depends on which capacity, physically or via call.
It could be a call. I mean, obviously, I'm not into doxing, so I'm not going to have you dox yourself.
Maybe a call, but I'm not giving you my mobile phone number. Absolutely not.
I'm not gonna. We could do a call. I'm not going to dox you, Adrian. So I was going to have you come on my show via call, but I think it'd be great. So I'm asking you, do you want to come on my show? I would love to have you on my show, Loomer Unleashed.
Okay, that depends on what the that depends on what you're going to ask me there, and yeah.
We could agree on what we were going to discuss ahead of time, but
I'll consider. I would have to see the material, and I'll consider it. I can't make any guarantees, and besides, I'm also a relatively busy individual, so some of my stuff might change. But yeah, we'll see.
He's a relatively busy individual that spends, I mean, an inordinate amount of time on spaces. Like, listen, you guys think I create a lot of content. You guys think I stream a lot, and I do. I stream 2 to 3 hours a day, typically 6 days a week. This guy is sitting on Twitter Spaces for like 6 to 10 hours a day. Like, that's crazy.
Well, it's going to be a very busy week. First week back for Congress with the speaker's race, and also the certification of the election. So maybe you want to join me to talk about all of that before the inauguration.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But more so, I'm focused less on the politics angle of things, more so the time and mechanical functions of this place kind of things, if that makes sense. And
well,
of
we
course,
can talk about that. I think a lot of people have a lot of concerns about Speaker Johnson getting the endorsement from Trump today. So maybe we can talk about whether or not Mike Johnson is the best person for the job if we want to have an
I don't know if Mike Johnson is the best person for the job. I didn't vote. I am extremely politically independent. I have never voted in my life for anyone.
Okay. Well, we can talk about this.
Nor have I donated to anyone's campaigns either. So it's a thing that I decided, it would be kind of funny. Because like at every other time, I was either too young or there were no good options. So.
Well, I think that it would be very viral and people would love it.
It would be person who hasn't voted.
I think that people would really find it to be quite exhilarating if you appeared on Loomer Unleashed.
I'll see if I can make it. I can't make any promises, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to DM you some times and some subjects of conversation, and hopefully you'll get back to me, and then we can talk about you coming on Loomer Unleashed.
All right. Sounds good.
And we'll promote it. We'll make a graphic for it, and we'll hype it up.
Sure. All right. Good. Awesome.
All righty. All right. Well, if I don't talk to you in the meantime, I hope you have a nice New Year, Adrian. Going to
likewise.
Are you going to go to any nice parties?
Me? I don't know. Maybe doing spaces on New Year's all the way through, like last year.
I will request, Laura, if you can have.
Oh, here it is. Here it
your
is.
Follower.
This is when I started listening to the space, and this is the only thing I heard from this BP person who hasn't spoken. This BP person gets on the space, acts like a total bitch, and then is like, people are threatening me. And then she just stopped talking, and now let's listen to what she had to say.
I will request, Laura, if you can have your followers leave me the fuck alone, I would greatly appreciate that.
Oh.
What do you mean? I'm not telling any of my followers to do anything to you.
No, Laura, you have to understand. You have a cult following. This means that, you have a cult following, okay? Even though you don't say it, they'll make an interpretation as to what you'd want, and whoever is like your antagonist is someone they'll harass.
I have a passionate following because I'm a change agent, and people view me as an agent.
Nah, it's a cult following. It's absolutely a cult following, 100%.
Please just leave
It's
me
not
alone.
a bad thing. A cult following isn't a bad thing. You keep hearing that in the media. People say that about certain things, like even a movie might have a cult following, but these people are completely normal,
Look, I have nothing to do with any of the platform bullshit. So please just leave me out of it. Please. Everyone
Beefy
listening,
starts to understand how I'm feeling.
Okay.
What?
You are listening.
What,
If you are
Adrian?
listening to this space and you are a member of
I'm allowed
the
to do what I
Illuminati,
want in my personal time. Just because I have a badge on my account doesn't mean I'm always working in my capacity with X. Like, chill. Am I not
If
allowed
you
to have
are
a personal
listening,
life, or should I just go
you
on my
are.
burner?
You are. If you are
Laura,
listening
don't
to
tell me
this,
what I
you
am
are.
or what I'm not. You can just leave me alone, please. For the love of God, leave me alone.
You just asked
this woman. How does this woman have a fucking job doing literally anything? How is this woman in charge of managing threats? This person cannot handle tweets she doesn't like. Laura, you can just leave me the fuck alone. Okay, Laura. Laura, just tell your followers to just leave me alone, Laura. How annoying.
I want my personal time. Just because I have a badge on my account doesn't mean I'm always working in my capacity with X. Like, chill. Am I not allowed to have a personal life, or should I just go on my burner?
You are. If you are.
Laura, don't tell me
this,
what I
you
am
are.
or what I'm not. You can just leave me alone, please. For the love of God, leave me alone.
You just asked the question. You just asked the
I'm
question.
asking
I
you
answered
to
the
like,
question.
please get your hounds off of me. That is all I'm
trying to
asking.
say right now. I don't have hounds on you. They're not dogs. They're people. First of all,
Well, they're acting like
they're not
fucking
hounds.
savage beasts. So please, just look at the comments.
They're tweeting things I don't like, Laura, and everyone on Twitter is acting like a savage beast, Laura. And can you just leave me the fuck alone? This is who works at Twitter? Do you guys have any more questions about what's going wrong? It kind of seems like Elon Musk came into Twitter and fired most of the staff, and then they started to rehire all of the worst fucking people. They started rehiring leftists, and now they're wondering why everything is going fucking wrong.
I did not encourage anybody to go after you on this call.
You don't have to.
Everybody
Laura,
has.
This is why you call it cult following. Like I said, they'll interpret. Yeah, they'll interpret an antagonist, and they'll say, "Oh wow, this is an antagonist. I shall fight for Loomer." And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Hey, we're gonna defeat the antagonist." That's what's happening here, even though you don't realize
I
it.
don't give a shit.
That's
I just want
because
my phone to
fan
fucking
club
die
is called
from all the notifications.
my
Laura,
fan club
Laura,
is
Jesus,
literally
man, slow down, slow
I'm
down.
my
getting
fan club
notifications
is literally
that I don't
called
like
Loomer's
Laura.
Army. That's what they call themselves. Loomer's
Yeah.
Army.
So what do you?
Oh my God! So it is a cult.
Wow, that is 100% bona fide a cult. And
No,
I can't wait to
have
You could start a
cult.
religion,
just
actually.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, no.
Don't get it fucking twisted. I'm the one with the cult, motherfuckers. I am the queen fascist bitch of the internet with my own fucking cult. Laura Loomer's getting all my credit.
Do that. That actually worked. Fuck.
Kind of sick. It's kind of sick. Not gonna lie.
What, to be called
Sick in a
Loomer's
bad way or
Army?
sick in a good way? I mean, having your own personal army, not so bad, eh?
My fan club, they made T-shirts. They have T-shirts that have Loomer's Army with the upside down.
Oh my God, that's so much
You have
worse.
merchandise. You've got.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like third world invaders to me.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And if people wanted me focused on that, then perhaps Myron shouldn't have kicked me out of the Twitter space earlier. So you can go tell that faggot Myron that if he wants me on message with Nick stuff, then perhaps don't kick me out of a Twitter space when I'm trying to talk about it. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want.
No, they're very.
Oh my God! Holy
my
shit!
supporters are amazing. So basically, the story behind Loomer's Army is
No,
when
they're
Jack Dorsey
terrible. You should
decided-
read these comments, Laura. Look at these comments. They are absolutely garbage. And they are an extension of you. So please,
They're not
leave
an
me the
extension
fuck
of me.
alone and get your hounds off of me.
I have not encouraged anybody.
Yeah, you
to
don't
go
need
after
to because you have an
Tell.
army of
Okay, how about this? How about this, Laura? Okay, Blythe, okay, Hannah, Blythe, can you get out of? Can you see him?
Yeah, I keep clicking on it. I sent him a DM invite. I tried to invite him. It just says it keeps throwing an error every single time. Also, Jordan.
All right,
same
here.
thing.
Okay, if you are,
Okay,
I'll
Laura
say it.
Katz,
If
I'm
you
going to
are,
use you as the
if you are a
co-host to bring him
if
up.
you are a member, if you are a member of Loomer's Army, please let BP enjoy her night and do not send her any nasty messages.
Nice.
I wasn't a member of Loomer's Army.
You're welcome.
That was not so hard. Yes, that could have been done at the beginning, man. Laura
Well,
Katz,
I'm
you still
looking
there?
at some of the people sending messages.
There you go, nice.
free will. Everyone has
Man.
free will. I don't.
Actually, I disagree. I think some people have lack self-awareness and therefore do not have as much free will as many others
Or
would, and that would
NPCs.
be an army of simps. I'm not saying that you got an army of simps. I'm just saying that there are some people who are massive simps.
Yeah, well, I do know about the Myron thing. I do, because I was a speaker in that space and I had things I wanted to say about it. And then as soon as Myron becomes co-host, magically I get kicked out of the space. Huh, I wonder what happened there. I can't imagine. So again, I will talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about on my channel, but if people want me focused on Nick's stuff, then perhaps Nick's fucking friends shouldn't take away my ability to do so.
Like, for instance, the people who pay for OnlyFans.
I am not seeing
Yeah.
out of the request.
But my followers
Try
are
inviting
not.
Jordan.
They're just very passionate Americans.
They're
Well,
insane.
they're from all over the
Your
world.
followers
actually.
are insane. I know some of
I
these
think we should
people
not
that are harassing
conflate
BP
passion
right now.
with insanity. By the way,
Yeah,
also
I know
passion by
who these
definition
fucking
is
people
never
are.
mind.
They look familiar. They're the same people.
I love
who
my
send me death
followers.
threats.
They're the
I
best
bet you
people I
do.
know.
I mean, if
They're
you have
garbage,
if
man.
you have followers that buy your merch and call them your army, man, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll put the link in my well, maybe I should put that in my bio.
Freckle
but
has
yeah,
like an
they have-
army of simps herself. You know, it's incredible.
They're called Loomer's Army. It's great.
So
Mine don't
I'm
have
not
a fun
seeing an
name,
option.
unfortunately.
Yeah, like, and honestly, listen. I'm taking a little bit of a, like, well, I'm not taking a break from the socialism stuff, but we're in a lull right now. We're in a lull between Christmas and New Year's. People aren't paying attention. People don't want to think about the far left. We're going to be in a little bit of a lull at the beginning of the year. It's going to kick off leading up to the inauguration because the left is going to start doing a lot of protests. We're in a lull right now, and I'm posting an awful lot about Nick, and I'm posting an awful lot helping and supporting the Groypers, probably, quite frankly, more than I should be, considering the ways that some of them talk about me. Now, not Nick. Nick has never been anything but nice to me. Most of the Groypers that I know, that I interact with, are perfectly fine. But if anyone thinks that they can come in and dictate my messaging to me, you guys have got another fucking thing coming. And I want to make that very, very clear. I have supported Nick more than most people have. I have been completely loyal to that whole thing for over a fucking year, even when the Groypers were attacking me fucking constantly. But if you guys think that you're going to be able to dictate the topics I talk about, you've got another fucking thing coming. Because I'm going to be going back to doing the majority of my content about the left within a week or two. And so if there's any expectation that you guys are going to be able to get me to talk about Nick all day, every day, well then guess what? You need to start supporting my work then. If you want to dictate what I fucking talk about, become a paid contributor to my work. Send in super chats. Join my Substack. Contribute to the things that I actually fucking care about and that I built my platform on, because I didn't build my platform off of Nick. I support Nick because I want to, not because I have to. And I hope everyone's very fucking clear about that. Anyway. Guys, this goes on for another, 45 minutes or so. There is actually a really kind of sad part. We're not going to get to it because I kind of want to wrap up the stream because I got to go get some dinner. I have another stream coming up at 9 o'clock. There is another sad part of this stream, though, where later on, they brought on the guy that, runs Laura Loomer's fan club or something. They were such an asshole to him. They talked down to this guy. Laura also set this guy up. This guy should not have been brought onto the Twitter space, to be honest. But it was just another example of how these people think. Adrian Dittmann and his flying monkey friends think that they are the god emperors of the Twitter platform and that they're better than everyone else. And it's just really fucking gross. But I've heard enough today. I have another stream coming up at 9 p.m. We're actually going to be doing Disenrage with Jennifer at 9 p.m. and we're going to be watching some Alien channel videos to kind of like get us in the mood for New Year's and stuff like that. And I think it's going to be fun. That's going to be Disenrage at 9 p.m. tonight, and you guys can come back in about an hour and join us for that if you feel like it. But that's enough of this space. I think we can all see what's going on here, and I'm going to keep an eye on this Adrian Dittmann thing because I want to know who this guy is. I want to know who this guy is. And I want to know why he thinks he's the God Emperor of the platform. And so it's going to be something I'm going to keep an eye on. Anyway, if you're doing something fun for New Year's, have a good time. Be safe. Be smart. All of those things. I appreciate everyone that supported my work all year long. I really can't do it without you guys. I'm completely grassroots funded by you. Got a lot of great things planned for 2025. I want to talk a little bit more about that on the stream tomorrow. We are not doing the fucking Penguin song, Trendlin. No, we are not doing the Penguin song. Absolutely not. But I hope everyone has a really happy New Year. Again, I'll be back in about an hour. We're going to watch some channeled Alien stuff for Disenraged tonight. So hopefully sending people out of 2024 on a high note. But I appreciate everyone. Have a great final couple hours of your year. And I appreciate you guys. And we'll see you soon. All right, guys. Take care.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here? 3 months, May 17th. And what brought you here? That's difficult to answer. influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.